We interrupt this program to bring you Tacoma Rainiers baseball. Let's go to the ballpark and join the voice of the Rainiers, Mike Curto. The Tacoma Rainiers pregame show on Fox Sports Radio 850 is brought to you by Alaska Airlines. Piles of miles and no online booking fees at alaskaair.com. Xbox, the official gaming console of the 2005 Tacoma Rainiers. And by Sprint PCS, the official wireless partner of the Tacoma Rainiers.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to Tacoma Rainiers baseball on Fox Sports 850. Mike Curto with you live from Cheney Stadium in Tacoma, where the Rainiers and the Salt Lake Stingers are preparing to play Game 3 of a 4-game set. It was raining this morning in Tacoma, but the skies have, they haven't really cleared. It's still very cloudy, but there's no rain, and there hasn't been for a couple of hours, and it looks like we're good to get this one in today. And that's fine for the Rainiers. They want to play. They seem to have turned it around a little bit here at home. The Rainiers have won back-to-back home games for the first time this season, and they've been getting outstanding starting pitching. Felix Hernandez 2 nights ago, and then yesterday Andrew Lorraine threw a gem. And the Rainiers have a red-hot hitter in Aaron Rifkin, who hit 2 more home runs yesterday. And Rifkin, now with 9 home runs this season, leads the Pacific Coast League. And his 26 runs batted in is 3rd in the league. Rifkin is on a tear, and he's helping the Rainiers as they climb back towards the 500 mark. One more win today, and the Rainiers would get there. They enter play at 14 wins and 15 losses on the season. Salt Lake is in first place at 16-12. But the Rainiers have climbed into 3rd place and have moved within 2.5 games of the division leaders, and the Rainiers with a chance to pick up another game on the first place club if they could come away with a victory today. The Tacoma Rainiers and the Salt Lake Stingers should be a good one this afternoon. When we come back, we'll have our Pacific Coast League roundup and get you caught up on what happened around the league yesterday. That's when the Rainiers pregame show continues right after this.
Do you want to own a computer? Is your credit less than perfect? If you have a checking account and can afford a weekly payment of $29.95 for just 12 months, then you are already approved for a brand new IBM, Dell, eMachine, or other name brand computer guaranteed. You heard right. Bad credit, no problem. There is no credit check, so you will not be turned down. If you have a checking account and can afford a weekly payment of $29.95 for just 12 months, you are approved for your brand new name brand computer. Just call 800-551-5716. Freedom Frog Funding says you are approved. So give us a call today at 800-551-5716 to have your brand new computer shipped right to you. And if you act now, we'll add a $200 upgrade and a 1-year warranty for free. You heard right. We will upgrade your computer and throw in a warranty absolutely free. So don't wait. Let Freedom Frog Funding send you the computer of your dreams today. Call 800-551-5716. That number is 800-551-5716.
Hi, I'm Gail from Baltimore. You know, I always look for better ways to do things. Did you know a few drops of vinegar and water could keep your poached eggs together? Or that onions wrapped up in a paper bag and stored in your refrigerator keeps them from sprouting for months? Now here's something I discovered about cleaning up tough messes. A wet sheet of Bounty stays tough and helps clean up easily. Just get it wet and get it done. How about that?
The quilted quicker picker up at Bounty.
The Tacoma Rainiers and the Salt Lake Stingers getting ready for Game 3 in a 4-game set. The Rainiers beat Salt Lake yesterday by a score of 3-2 behind the pitching of Andrew Lorraine, Jeff Haverlow, and George Sherrill, and 2 more home runs from Aaron Rifkin. The other Northern Division teams were playing each other as well yesterday. Colorado Springs is in Portland, and another good start for the Sky Sox pitcher Jason Young, who beat the Rainiers early in the week, and yesterday he beat Portland. Young went 5 shutout innings with 6 strikeouts, and Colorado Springs beat Portland 3-2. So the Sky Sox are now in second place, a game and a half behind Salt Lake, and then you have the Raiders 2.5 back, followed by Portland in the cellar, 3 games out of first place. Salt Lake has lost 4 straight, including these last 2 to Tacoma, yet they're still tied for the best record in the Pacific Coast League. They are tied with the Memphis Redbirds. The St. Louis Cardinals AAA team is also 16-12. They lead the Northern Division of the American Conference, and Memphis lost yesterday to Iowa 14-11. Iowa Cubs infielder Shane Halter with a 3-run homer in the 7th inning to give the Iowa Cubs the victory. Elsewhere in the league yesterday, Omaha beat Nashville 6-4. Former Rainier Luis Ugueto driving in a couple of runs. Omaha got up to the 500 mark with that win. It was Sacramento shutting out Las Vegas 8-zip as Jimmy Serrano pitched 6 shutout innings and Matt Watson drove in 3 runs. Sacramento still under the 500 mark. And then Fresno beat Tucson with a 9th-inning homer by Michael Cervenek, his first of the year. And Fresno beat Tucson 8-7. The Grizzlies 4 games under 500. Tucson is sitting at 17-13. They're in first place in the Pacific Conference's Southern Division. 2 teams the Rainiers are going to see on the next road trip were in action yesterday. On Tuesday, the Rainiers head to Round Rock, Texas. Round Rock is the Astros AAA club. They got shut out by Oklahoma yesterday 8-0 as Ricardo Rodriguez pitched a complete game 5-hitter with 8 strikeouts for Oklahoma. And then after Round Rock, the Rainiers are going to go to Albuquerque. Albuquerque is at home right now taking on New Orleans, and they beat New Orleans last night 7-3, getting 2 hits and 2 runs batted in from Josh Willingham. Well, the Rainiers have won back-to-back home games to pull within 1 game of the 500 mark. They're getting hot hitting from Aaron Rifkin. These are the things that we are going to discuss with Rainiers manager Dan Roan on his weekly Dan Roan Show right after this.
I'm going to say a word. You tell me what comes to mind. Are you ready?
Okay.
Tchaikovsky.
Gesundheit. Okay, what's the word?
No, see, that is the word. What does Tchaikovsky make you think of?
I don't know. Allergy season?
Hey there, how you doing?
What's up?
Who's Martha Graham?
She invented the graham cracker.
No kidding.
Yeah, before her there was only soda crackers.
Hard to imagine. Hey, young lady?
Yeah?
Does the name Man Ray mean anything to you?
Duh. The man ray is a kind of poisonous jellyfish, and it lives in the Gulf of Mexico.
Aha.
It's very deadly.
Are your kids as well-rounded as they could be? Kids who participate in the arts do better in school and in life. To learn more about the value of arts education, visit AmericansForTheArts.org, because all kids should get to appreciate Tchaikovsky's music, Martha Graham's dance, and Man Ray's photography. Art. Ask for more. A public service message brought to you by Americans for the Arts and the Ad Council.
Celebrate over 60 years of Foster Farms freshness, quality, and variety. Since 1939, Foster Farms has endeavored to meet your changing needs, which is why you'll find a great selection of Foster Farms poultry products at your local retailer. From the freshest chicken to convenient corn dogs, Foster Farms has the perfect meal solution for you. Accept no imposters. Always choose Foster Farms.
Sunday edition of the Dan Roan Show with the manager of the Rainiers. And Dan, it looks like your team's kind of straightened it out these last couple of days and is starting to play well here at home.
Well, we're just finally getting into a rotation where we've been able to use the same 5 pitchers in the starting rotation for a change. I mean, we've gone all year. We haven't done it all year. We've had to spot start guys because of weather. We've had to spot start guys because of injuries. But we finally get into a situation where we got guys back in their roles in the bullpen, and it's solidified that quite a bit. And we're playing very solid defense, knock on wood, and we're getting some timely hitting, especially from Rifkin.
You've got Salt Lake in town right now. The Rainiers have won 4 out of 6 games from the first-place club so far, and Rifkin's been a big factor. He has 9 home runs right now. He leads the Pacific Coast League after hitting 2 yesterday, and 6 of his 9 homers have come against Salt Lake. It's kind of amazing to see a guy just wreck one team like that.
Well, he's getting some good pitches to hit, and he's not missing them, that's for sure. I mean, he's had a heck of a couple 2 weeks here. He's picked up about 17, 18 RBIs in the last 2 weeks, and he said 6 of the 9 home runs have come against Salt Lake, so I guess he likes their pitching a little bit.
Yeah, do you remember anything, any players, or maybe even when you were a player, just like one team that you always did well against, or one team that maybe one of your players as a manager just always seemed to really hit hard?
Well, I think when we're thinking back about it, Juan Thomas, I think, hit 11 home runs against Fresno a couple of years ago when he was here in 2001 or 2002, whenever it was. But, I mean, he just was a one-man wrecking crew against that ball club. And, you know, some guys just get comfortable, and that's the way it is.
Now, Rifkin now with 9 homers leading the league, and he's a guy who hit over 20 home runs in Double-A last year, but some guys have an adjustment to Triple-A pitching, but for him it seems to have come real quickly.
Well, you know, again, like I said, it's just pitch selection. He's getting some pitches to hit, and he's not missing them right now. And, you know, a lot of guys, the adjustment is there, but when they get their pitches to hit, they can't miss those. And right now he's not doing that. He's hitting every one he's getting. But some of the guys that have struggled early were missing their pitches earlier, but now they're starting to get going on it, and we're catching up a little bit.
Talking with Rainiers manager Dan Roan. Now, Dan, today Jorge Campillo gets the start, and he's been a lot of fun to watch, for me anyway, from upstairs, and that he's a guy who really mixes up his pitches well, and you're never really sure what he's going to throw. What are your thoughts watching him go?
I don't know what he's throwing either. I mean, Shabby and I, neither one of us can tell what he's throwing from one pitch to another. I mean, he's got about 6 different pitches he throws, so it is fun to watch. Hopefully he's on with his control and he's gives us a good game.
All right. Well, thanks a lot for the visit, Dan, and we'll talk again next Sunday.
All right, thanks, Michael.
Dan Roan, manager of the Rainiers. I'll be back with the starting lineups right after this.
Tacoma's locally owned Alexander School of Natural Therapeutics has been in business for 26 years. Small class sizes give students the opportunity to learn a variety of modalities. Students receive hands-on training in a nurturing environment by operating the on-site clinic with assistance from professionals. Spa treatments, including massage, start at only $30. For information about classes forming or to schedule your spa appointment, contact Alexander School of Natural Therapeutics at 253-473-1142.
It's good to play together on the diamond, but it's even better to play together on your Xbox. When the Tacoma Rainiers are not on the field, you can usually find them playing Xbox, the official gaming console of the 2005 Tacoma Rainiers. With several new games for the whole family, online play with Xbox Live, and a new price of $149. What better time than now to visit your local gaming retailer and pick up your very own Xbox? Xbox. Now more than ever, it's good to play together.
In this great land of ours, we love winners. Like Chevron with Techron, the first gasoline to earn, as is, without the slightest change of formulation, the coveted top-tier gasoline designation from BMW, GM, Honda, and Toyota. And for 30 years, Chevron gasoline has been used by the big 3 U.S. automakers to help them pass the tough EPA emissions test. So, go with a winner. Fill up with Chevron.
Taking a look at the starting lineups in today's ball game. First for the visiting Salt Lake Stingers, who have a record of 16 wins and 12 losses. They're the AAA affiliate of the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Dino Ebel is the manager of the Salt Lake club. Leading off for Salt Lake, playing center field, is Chris Prieto. Batting second will be third baseman Adam Pavkovich. Hitting third is the first baseman Casey Kochman. Batting cleanup, left fielder Luke Allen. Jeff Mathis hits fifth. He is the designated hitter. Batting sixth is right fielder Nick Gorno. Hitting seventh, doing the catching, Ryan Buddy. Batting eighth, shortstop Casey Smith. And hitting ninth, second baseman Alexi Casilla. On the mound, left-hander Corey Lee. Lee has a record of 1 win and no losses with a 3.42 earned run average. While the Rainiers are the Seattle Mariners AAA club, Dan Roan's team has a record of 14 wins and 15 losses. Leading off for Tacoma, playing center field, is Jamal Strong. Hitting second, left fielder Shin-Soo Chu. Batting third is designated hitter Abraham Nunez. Ryan Christensen is in the cleanup spot today. He does the catching. Hitting fifth is the red-hot first baseman Aaron Rifkin. Batting sixth, the shortstop Mike Morse. Chris Snelling will hit seventh. He is in right field. Batting eighth and playing third base is Hunter Brown. And hitting ninth, second baseman Ramon Santiago. On the mound, right-hander Jorge Campillo. Campillo is 1-1 with a 3.77 earned run average. Umpires today, behind home plate is Kevin Sweeney. The first base umpire is Todd Tischner. And the third base umpire is the crew chief, Adam Dowdy. The Rainiers and the Stingers set for Game 3 of this 4-game set. That'll do it for the Rainiers pregame show. We'll be back with the first pitch and the start of tonight's game right after this.
The Tacoma Rainiers pregame show on Fox Sports Radio 850 has been brought to you by Alaska Airlines. Piles of miles and no online booking fees at alaskaair.com. Xbox. Now more than ever, it's good to play together. And by Sprint PCS, the official wireless partner of the Tacoma Rainiers.
I'm a personal trainer at Pure Fitness, not a drill sergeant. Every day I work with all kinds of people, different shapes and sizes. It feels great to help people reach their fitness goals. My favorite part is when they step on the scale and do the victory dance. It's exciting to watch someone completely change their life for good. I love my job.
Pure Fitness, 30 days free plus 2 free personal training sessions. 1-888-894-PURE. That's 1-888-894-PURE. Pure Fitness, it's for everybody. See club for details.
Hello, Domino's. Can I help you? I hope so. I'm dating this girl, and I think we're just too different. I mean, I like pizza. She likes cheeseburgers. It's okay, sir. Try our new American Classic Cheeseburger Pizza. A burger and a pizza? I could marry you. You mean her. Whatever.
Introducing Domino's American Classic Cheeseburger Pizza. Juicy beef, classic cheeseburger taste. Buy a medium for $9.99 and any second medium is just $5 more. Get the door. It's Domino's new American Classic Cheeseburger Pizza.
This product contains bacon. Limited time offer. Prices and terms may vary. Tax, delivery, deep dish, and specialty pizzas may be extra. You must ask for this offer when ordering.
This broadcast of Tacoma Rainiers baseball on Fox Sports Radio 850 is brought to you by Xbox, the official gaming console of the 2005 Tacoma Rainiers. Sprint PCS, the official wireless partner of the Tacoma Rainiers. And by Chevron with Techron, the first gasoline to be designated top tier by leading automakers.
The Tacoma Rainiers and the Salt Lake Stingers about to get started here at Cheney Stadium, and on the mound right now, Jorge Campillo throwing his warm-up pitches. It is cool here at the ballpark, and there is no wind whatsoever, and gray clouds overhead, although earlier today it was raining. Now it is not. It is dry, and I think we're going to be rain-free this afternoon, although we'll have to keep our fingers crossed a little bit. Chris Prieto is the leadoff hitter for Salt Lake, and he is heading towards the batter's box right now and settling in to get this game started. Prieto batting .268 with a homer and 8 runs batted in, a left-hand batter with good speed and a good eye at the plate. Jorge Campillo, very good control of his pitches. He's into his windup, and the first pitch of the game is a fastball that misses high, I suppose, ball 1. So we are underway here at Cheney Stadium. Game 3 of a 4-game set. One more game left in this homestand tomorrow night. The 1-0 pitch, off-speed pitch, over for a strike. Mother's Day today. Want to wish a happy Mother's Day to all the mothers in our listening audience. Many of whom are, well, some of whom are at the ballpark today for the Mother's Day diamond dig following the game. Here's a swing and a flare to left field by Prieto. Long run in for Shin-Soo Choo. Tries a sliding catch, can't get it. It skips away. Prieto's digging for second, and he's going to wind up there with a leadoff loop double to left field. So Prieto loops one in there for his 6th double of the season. And he is on to start the game here in the top of the first inning. And now Adam Pavkovich will be the batter. Now the ball was not hit hard, but Prieto gets a double out of it. Shin-Soo Choo trying a sliding catch near the foul line, and he was unable to reach it. Corner infielders drawn in with Pavkovich at the plate. The Rainiers expecting, considering the possibility of a bunt anyway from Pavkovich. Campillo checks the runner at second, and his pitch is swung on in line towards center field. Coming in is Strong. He's going to reach out and make the catch and then throw to second base, and back in safely is Prieto. Strong had to cover some ground. That ball was hit to very shallow center field, and it was not high in the air. And Strong had to come charging in, but he was able to run that down. You could tell Prieto, who is a very good base runner, at first thought that ball had a chance to fall in, and he took off for third. And then with the assistance of his third base coach, Dino Ebel, who is the manager of the Salt Lake club, Prieto realized, hey, better go back to second. And he was able to beat Strong's throw to avoid being doubled off. Casey Kochman at the plate now. Kochman hitting .224. 1 home run, 13 runs batted in. He swings and misses at an off-speed pitch for strike 1. Jorge Campillo making his 6th start for Tacoma. 1-1 with a 3.77 earned run average. And his numbers across the board are solid. 28 2/3 innings, 24 hits, only 6 walks, 22 strikeouts. This is his first appearance against Salt Lake. They have not seen him before. His last start was a successful one against Colorado Springs, except that he lost. Even though he pitched very well, he went 6 innings against the Sky Sox 6 days ago on Monday, and allowed only 2 runs, and did not get any run support, and the Rainiers lost that game 3-1. Well, a little conference between Campillo and catcher Ryan Christensen as they were going over the signs a little bit. Now Kochman is in the batter's box, and the pitch is a check swing foul tipped by Kochman, and that's strike 2. So Campillo ahead in the count, no balls, 2 strikes. You heard Dan Roan talk in the pregame show about how Campillo has about 6 different pitches, and he throws them from different release points. So you can understand that might be a little bit confusing at times for the signs between the catching and the catcher and the pitcher. 0-2 to Kochman is a breaking ball up and in, 1 ball, 2 strikes. They need to make sure they're on the same page. Christensen behind the plate doing the catching today, just his 6th start behind the dish. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Kochman. Campillo's pitch. Just a bit down low. Kochman flinched at it but did not swing, according to the third base umpire, Adam Dowdy. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at second base with 1 out in the top of the first inning. We're just underway in Tacoma. Jorge Campillo with a pitch. Runner goes to third. Check swing. He went. That's strike 3. Kochman is struck out, but no throw by Christensen to third base. So Prieto gets the steal, his 10th of the year. Kochman, however, has struck out for the 2nd out of the inning. So Campillo gets out number 2, and now there's a runner at third with 2 outs, and here comes Luke Allen. Allen getting the start in left field for the Stingers today. Line drive hitter who hits for good average. He's batting .325 with 4 homers and 20 runs batted in. Campillo set to hand the pitch is a breaking ball that fades away. Ball 1. Luke Allen, 26 years old. First season in the Angels farm system. Campillo nods in agreement with the signs from Ryan Christensen. Now the 1-0 pitch on the way, and this is inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Rainiers defensively around the infield have Rifkin at first, Santiago at second, Morse at short, and Brown at third. In the outfield, Chu in left, Strong in center, Snelling in right. 2-0 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, as way out in front of it was Luke Allen, and there's strike 1. Two balls, 1 strike to Allen. Campillo with the pitch, and it is up and in, ball 3. Jeff Mathis is the on-deck hitter for the Stingers. We're at Cheney Stadium in Tacoma, generally a pitcher's park, unless the wind is blowing out like it was in the first game of the series. Here's a swing and a grounder to first base, fielded by Rifkin. He underhands to Campillo, covering the bag at first in time for the out. The inning is over. A leadoff bloop double, but Campillo keeps Salt Lake off the scoreboard. No runs on a hit, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the first. Salt Lake nothing. Tacoma coming to the plate.
It's a fun place to shop.
If you live in Everett, we probably can't do much to convince you that it's worth the drive to Tacoma's historic B&I Marketplace. But if you live in Puyallup, Tacoma, Lakewood, or even across the Narrows, the B&I should be one of your regular destinations. There's nowhere else like it. Over 60 independent stores and restaurants, food from 5 countries, jewelry, ladies' clothing, shoes, computers, home electronics, car stereos, and vehicle alarms with installation on site, pets and pet supplies, new age products and books, sports and trading cards, hair and beauty products and salons, cell phones, and a huge dollar store. Plus, uniquely B&I stores like India Bazaar, Mexican Imports, Universal Rugs, and AKA Islandwear, who import the merchandise themselves. B&I Amusements is a great place for kids of all ages to have a little fun when the shopping's done.
It's a fun place to shop. B&I.
At 80th and South Tacoma Way.
We make shopping fun.
Saturday, June 4th at the Emerald Queen Casino on I-5. Get yourself ready for some straight-up funk with Cameo. Tickets for Cameo at Ticketmaster or the Emerald Queen Casino on I-5. Take exit 135 in Tacoma. The funk will flow with Cameo. June 4th at the Emerald Queen Casino on I-5, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
Well, Jorge Campillo pitches a scoreless top of the first inning, and now the Rainiers come to the plate in the bottom of the first. And we're going to see Jamal Strong, Shin-Soo Choo, and Abraham Nunez for the Rainiers against left-hander Corey Lee. Lee has a record of 1-0 with a 3.42 ERA. This is his fifth start. He's also had a relief outing for the Stingers this year. And Lee has not pitched against Tacoma. They've not seen Lee this season. Corey Lee spent most of his time last year with AA Arkansas. Used to be in the Ranger system. I can recall him pitching against Tacoma when he was with Oklahoma during 2000, during that season. A left-hander. Lee is 30 years old, from Raleigh, North Carolina. And his second season in the Angels system. His first pitch to Jamal Strong misses up and in, ball one. Strong batting in the leadoff spot, batting .224 with no homers and 5 runs batted in. Lee winds, and the 1-0 is swung on and fouled back to the screen. 1-1 to count. Corey Lee had an outing in his last start that was truly remarkable in the way that it played out and the way he recovered from a disastrous start. Now a swing and a foul back by Strong, 1-2. He pitched against Portland on Monday at PGE Park. And at the bottom of the first inning, he takes them out and he allows singles to the first 2 batters of the game. 1-2 pitch on the way to Strong is high, ball 3. So after allowing back-to-back singles, then he walked the third batter, and the bases were loaded with nobody out. Then he walked the cleanup hitter to force in a run. And the bases were still loaded and there was nobody out, and it was looking like it was going to be a disaster for Lee. 2-2 to Strong, bounced back to the mound. Lee fields it on 2 hops, throws high to first, but going up in the air to catch it is Kochman. And then he has time to put a foot on the bag and put out Jamal Strong. 1-3 on the grounder back to the mound. 1 out in the first, and now Shin-Soo Choo will be the hitter. So Lee in that last start had walked in a run. The bases were loaded. There was nobody out in the first inning. He got a strikeout and a double play, got out of the first, and didn't allow another run the rest of the game. Here's a pitch in for a strike. He wound up going 5 innings in that start, striking out 8 and allowing just that 1 run. 0-1 pitch to Choo, swung on and bounced foul on the first base side, 0-2. So Lee recovered from a rough first 4 batters in that outing. He's been a little wild this year. In 23 2/3 innings, he's walked 16, but he has 25 strikeouts, and he's allowed only 21 hits. No balls, 2 strikes to Choo, and the next pitch is a swing and a miss, strike 3, and down goes Choo for the second out of the inning. So Lee gets the strikeout, 2 men gone. Abraham Nunez will now be the batter. Lee has pitched at the AAA level in both the Pacific Coast League and the International League. He throws a pitch up and away to Nunez. Nunez hitting .275, 2 homers, 18 runs batted in. Switch hitter bats right. The 1-0 swung on and popped up sky high. First base side and foul ground. Kochman is over in the coach's box, and he makes the catch. The inning is over. 3 up, 3 down at the bottom of the first. Corey Lee retires the side with ease. We go to the second. Tacoma and Salt Lake are scoreless.
In pro baseball, it takes good eyes to earn a base on balls. This season, every time a Rainiers player gets a walk, Primera Blue Cross will make a donation to Community Healthcare of Pierce County to help in the fight against blindness. These good eyes donations will help provide eye exams for patients with diabetes, a leading cause of blindness. Primera is proud to support Community Healthcare as they work to provide quality care at their 8 Pierce County area medical clinics. Primera Blue Cross. We're here. We're with you.
Primera Blue Cross is an independent licensee of the Blue Cross Blue Shield Association.
Celebrate over 60 years of Foster Farms freshness, quality, and variety. Since 1939, Foster Farms has endeavored to meet your changing needs, which is why you'll find a great selection of Foster Farms poultry products at your local retailer. From the freshest chicken to convenient corn dogs, Foster Farms has the perfect meal solution for you. Accept no imposters. Always choose Foster Farms.
dragging luggage through traffic and across parking lots is not what smart travelers do. But calling Thrifty Car Rental, well, that is. Sure, we rent great cars at great rates, but we also have airport parking, too. We'll drop you off right at the terminal and pick you up when you get back. Great parking at a great rate. Thrifty Car Rental. Park smart.
Leave your car and leave your worries with Thrifty. Safe, secure airport parking. Check it out at thriftyparking.com.
No score between Tacoma and Salt Lake after one inning of play. Jorge Campillo on the mound for the Rainiers, and he'll face Jeff Mathis to lead off the second inning for Salt Lake. Right on right, and Campillo's pitch is a fastball outside, ball one. Mathis is swinging it this year, hitting .354 with 5 homers and 17 runs batted in 17 games. 1-0 pitch, line towards center field, Strong on the move, he can't get it, and will field it on a short hop. Mathis is around first, and he will stop there with a line drive single to center field. Mathis is aboard. Strong did a nice job in right center field to prevent that ball from getting through and into the alley. With quick hands reaching out and stopping that line shot, it could have easily gotten by him and gone through to the outfield fence. So Mathis is held to a single, and now Nick Gorno will be the batter. Mathis yesterday was 0 for 2, which ended his hitting streak at 12 straight games. And today he lines a single in his first at bat. Pitch to Gordo is taken for a strike up in the zone, but a strike nonetheless. 0-1 to Gorno. Nick Gorno batting .306 with 2 homers and 12 runs batted in. Now the 0-1 swung on and hit foul in the home plate area, and that is strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. So Salt Lake had a leadoff double in the first inning but didn't score. Now they get a leadoff single here in the second. But Campillo now ahead of Gorno. No balls, 2 strikes. Mathis with his lead. The pitch swing and a missed strike 3 as Gorno was just flailing at a off-speed pitch from Jorge Campillo, and there's Campillo's second strikeout. 1 away in the second inning, and now Ryan Buddy will be the batter. Maybe Campillo has the strikeout pitch going today. It's been difficult to get a read on if he's going to be a strikeout pitcher this year or not. It's kind of hard to say right now. Here's the pitch to Ryan Buddy, and it's a fastball for a strike. In his second start of the year, April 12th at Sacramento, Campillo struck out 10 batters in 6 innings, the most by a Rainiers pitcher so far this year. It's like, all right, we've got a strikeout pitcher here. But in his last outing, he didn't strike out anybody in 6 innings. The runner goes, pitches it high and deep to left field. Backing up is Chu, and he's going to have room, but he'll make the catch several steps in front of the warning track for the second out of the inning. And Mathis has to retreat to first base. Buddy with a high fly to left field that turned out to just be medium deep. 2 away in the second inning. And now Casey Smith will be the batter. Smith hitting .205, no homers, 7 runs batted in. He's been more of a contributor with his glove so far this year, as he is very slick defensively. Here's the pitch from Campillo, and it is taken high and away, ball 1. Now the next pitch on the way from Campillo is swung on and bounced on the ground to the right side. Santiago scoops it up. He'll throw to first, and Smith is retired, and the inning is over. So a leadoff single, and then nothing else. Campillo does it again. No runs on a hit, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the second. Tacoma and Salt Lake are scoreless.
The following sounds of spring are brought to you by your friends at American Medical Response.
Way back. walk-off grand slam down the right field line. The throw to the plate, the slide, the tag, safe. Rainiers win. Jim Horn hits it over the giant wall in center field.
American Medical Response is the nation's leading provider of emergency medical services, medical transportation, and specialized healthcare services. Since 1923, American Medical Response and its predecessor companies have been serving the needs of residents in the state of Washington, responding to more than 150,000 requests for medical care each year. American Medical Response continues the same tradition of caring and high-quality service that began over 80 years ago. American Medical Response is a proud sponsor of the Tacoma Rainiers Baseball Club. Since 1992, American Medical Response has provided all medical care and transportation for the Tacoma Rainiers home games at Cheney Stadium. From all your fans at American Medical Response,
For over 30 years, the big three U.S. automakers have used Chevron gasoline to help them pass the tough EPA emissions test. And Chevron with Techron was the first gasoline qualified to meet BMW, GM, Honda, and Toyota's tough, top-tier gasoline standard. And it did it without having to change its formulation. So if you want top-quality gasoline, copy an automaker and fill up with Chevron.
No score between the Rainiers and the Salt Lake Stingers as we go now to the bottom of the second inning. Fans, remember, at Fred Meyer, you'll save time and money by finding more of the things you need in one easy stop. Everything from groceries to home decor to brand-name clothing. One-stop shopping with rewards. You'll find it at Fred Meyer. Well, for the Rainiers, Ryan Christensen is going to lead off the second inning. It'll be Christensen and then the red-hot Aaron Rivkin, followed by Mike Morse. Well, Christensen settles in now, hitting .400 on the dot, 12 hits and 30 at-bats this season. The left-hander Corey Lee with his pitch, and it is taken down low for a ball by Christensen, 1-0. Christensen starting at catcher today despite having a shattered fingertip on his left hand, his catching hand. The 1-0 is over for a strike, 1-1. And the x-rays, he showed me the x-rays. He wanted to show me the x-rays. He said, look at this. And you could see it, his fingertip, the bone is all crunched up. Here's a pitch up and in, 2-1. It's on the, well, I guess you'd call it the first finger. The one next to your thumb, what's that one called? It's on that one, on his left hand. The very end of that fingertip, the bone's all broken up. Here's a pitch up and away to Christensen. And it's going to plague his index finger. Thank you, Tony G. Probably for months. As here's a swing and a miss by Christensen. And the count goes full, 3-2. But he's a catcher, and catchers play with those sorts of ailments. It's part of the job. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the payoff pitch from Lee. And it is just a hair outside, and that was close. And Christensen's going to head down to first base. So there's the Rainiers' first base runner of the game, Ryan Christensen, trying the free pass. He is on at first base. And now Aaron Rivkin will be the hitter. Rivkin is he's a little warm right now. You couldn't blame Salt Lake manager Dino Ebel if he had nightmares about Aaron Rivkin last night. Rivkin has now hit 6 home runs against Salt Lake pitching in 22 at-bats. He stands in, and the pitch is taken on the inside corner, strike 1. Dan Roan, knowing how hot Rivkin is right now and how Salt Lake can't get him out, Roan keeps Rivkin in the number 5 slot in the lineup against the left-hand pitcher. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a foul back. There's strike 2. On the year, Rivkin is batting .294 with 9 homers, which leads the league. And he has 26 runs batted in, which is 3rd in the league. Right now, however, he is behind in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Rivkin. Looking out towards Lee. And now Lee's 0-2 pitch is a called strike 3 on the outside corner at the knees, and Rivkin is struck out. So Corey Lee gets the K. And one man's gone. And in the Salt Lake dugout, Dino Ebel, the skipper, breathes a big sigh of relief. All right, we got that guy out. Here's Mike Morse, the Tacoma shortstop. Morse is hitting .286 with 4 homers and 17 runs batted in. Christensen with his lead at first base. Kochman's kind of playing a step in front of him over there. As here's a pitch up high to Morse. The Stingers not expecting Christensen to try to steal, so Kochman isn't holding him true to the bag, but is playing in front of him. 1-0 the count to Morse. Next pitch from Lee, swung on and line towards right field. On the move is Gordo, and he's going to catch this drive in right field. Hit very sharply by Morse, a low line drive that carried directly out to Nick Gordo in right field for the second out of the inning. Morse hit that ball hard, but he has nothing to show for it. 2 outs. Rainiers looking for their first hit of the game. Chris Snelling hoping to deliver. Snelling steps up to the plate now, batting .422 with 3 home runs, 16 runs batted in. Snelling dropped down to the number 7 slot in the lineup against the left-hand pitcher. Lee's pitch is taken outside, ball 1. Snelling had 2 hits here yesterday and drove in a run. Singled off the left field fence, if you can believe such a thing. Here's the 1-0. Swung on and fouled out of play by Snelling, and that evens up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike to Chris Snelling. Outfield straight away and fairly deep with Snelling at the plate. Snelling has been able to drive the ball. Here's Lee's pitch, and it is off the dish for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike to Snelling. The 2-1. Swing and a foul back, and that evens up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Chris Snelling. Should he reach base, Hunter Brown is next in the Rainiers lineup, and he is in the on-deck circle right now. Two and 2 the count. There goes the runner. The pitch is swung on and lined up the middle and into center field. A hit-and-run base hit for Snelling. Christensen advances around second. It goes to third. Chris Snelling lines one right through the middle. And Christensen was moving on the pitch, so he is able to advance 2 bases. There's the Rainiers' first hit of the game. Snelling with a line drive base hit. He's 28 for 65 now. How many at-bats do you need to hit the leaderboard? Let's see here. He's very close. Hunter Brown settling in. Brown hitting .180, no homers, 6 runs batted in, but swinging the bat better lately. Had 3 hits here on Friday night and drove in a couple of runs. Now the pitch to Brown, swung on, grounded to shortstop. It's fielded there by Casey Smith, and he's going to flip it to second base for the force out on Snelling, and the inning is over. The Rainiers threaten in the second, but they do not score. No runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 runners left. We go to the third. Tacoma and Salt Lake are scoreless.
The bond between food and Pepsi is a storied tradition. It is a bond of respect and admiration.
I just know that when I come out of the piping hot oven covered in cheese and pepperoni, I'm a little disoriented. But then I see that beautiful blue and red and white eye gazing at me. I know I'm not alone.
A bond that says where there's a pizza and a Pepsi, things are going to be okay.
And that's when I knew who I was. I'm a pizza. And proud of it. You know, it's because of... Oh, thank you, Pepsi. It really, it meant a lot.
It's a bond of... Well, you say it, Mr. Pizza.
Love. I love you, Pepsi. I'm a pizza, and I love Pepsi. There, I said it.
Pepsi, food's good. Pepsi, it's the cola.
I've tried every diet you can think of. Lost weight, gained it back. Honestly, who likes to suffer? Then I joined Pure Fitness. It was one of the best decisions I've ever made. The personal training program gave me a nutrition plan with the foods that I like to eat, not to mention an exercise routine to keep the extra pounds off. So, there's no more suffering, and I feel great. I've made a pure commitment to Pure Fitness.
30 days free. 1-888-894-PURE. Pure Fitness. It's for everybody. See club for details.
This is your home for Tacoma Rainiers baseball.
And Jim Rome, weekdays 9 to noon.
Fox Sports Radio 850.
KHHO Tacoma.
No score between Tacoma and Salt Lake as we go to the third inning of play. Jorge Campillo on the mound. And Alexi Casilla is the Salt Lake batter who will lead off this inning. Switch hitter, Casilla hitting left, and he takes a strike down the middle, 0-1. Corner infielders up on the grass with Casilla at the plate because he likes to bunt. He has 8 hits and 29 at-bats this year. He swings at the next pitch and hits it foul off of his own chest, I think. Straight into the ground, and then it bounced up. And he hit it with his body. No balls, 2 strikes. Salt Lake's leadoff man has had a hit in each of the first 2 innings, but it has been no problem for Campillo to get out of those 2 frames. Here's the 0-2 to Casilla. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with a breaking ball, and down goes Alexi Casilla. Strikeout number 3 for Jorge Campillo. 1 away in the top of the third inning, and now Chris Prieto will be the batter. Prieto, left-handed hitter. Doubled down the left field line his first time up, just a little blooper that fell in. Here's the pitch, and it's a swing and a miss at a breaking ball, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike to Chris Prieto, the veteran outfielder for Salt Lake. And the pitch swung on and hit on the ground to the right side, and here's Santiago to gobble it up, and he throws to Rifkin for out number 2. Prieto is retired on a bouncer to second. Now Campillo has retired 5 in a row, and Adam Pavkovich will be the next hitter. Pavkovich has flied to center field. He's 0 for 1. This series wraps up with a night game tomorrow at 6:05. And it'll be Rich Dorman to get the start for the Rainiers against Dustin Mosley for Salt Lake. Dorman's thrown the ball well his last 2 outings. Here's a pitch inside to Pavkovich, ball 1. Pavkovich, right-hand batter, has a little power. The 1-0 is a breaking ball down low. 2 balls, no strikes. So Campillo behind in the count, 2-0. The right-hander from Tijuana with a pitch, and it is taken out the outside corner for a strike. 2-1. Campillo pitched 8 seasons in the Mexican League for the Mexico City club. The Mexico City Tigres. As here's a pitch down low to Pavkovich, 3-1. And then this spring, the Mariners negotiated with the Mexico City club to purchase the rights to Campillo to bring him in. Here's a swing and a high fly to left field. Chu in a couple of steps, now several more steps, and he makes the catch, and Pavkovich has flied out. The inning is over, 3 up, 3 down. Campillo sets down the side in order. We go to the bottom of the third. Tacoma and Salt Lake are scoreless.
Saturday, June 11th, the Emerald Queen Casino on I-5 welcomes John Waite. John Waite at the Emerald Queen. Tickets at Ticketmaster or the Emerald Queen Casino on I-5. Take exit 135 in Tacoma.
Don't miss your chance to see John Waite, June 11th at the Emerald Queen Casino on I-5, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
Looking to seal a win for your home crowd? Try Budig Deli Cuts and you can't miss. That's because Deli Cuts have the exclusive Zip Pack Slider to seal in that premium delicious flavor you can't find anywhere else. 6 great varieties would taste so good we just had to give you a way to lock it up airtight. From one corner of the plate to the other, you can't beat Deli Cuts for great flavor, amazing freshness, and sheer excitement of the fans' faces. Give them a tryout at your favorite grocer.
Wish you had more choices for cable TV? Now you do. Tacoma, Furcrest, University Place, and soon Lakewood residents have a better choice in cable TV. Click Network.
Click Network.
Take control of your television with Click.
On-demand and digital video recorders.
Pause, rewind, and fast-forward live TV. Feel like you're in the middle of the action with Click's HD TV services. Best of all, Click Cable TV is affordable and without any hidden costs. All of this from a local company with excellent customer service. See why Click customers rate them the best. Call Click Network at 253-502-8900
to order the best cable TV service today.
Mike Curto with you from Cheney Stadium in Tacoma, where the Rainiers and the Salt Lake Stingers are scoreless as we move to the bottom of the third inning. Ramon Santiago is the number 9 man in the Rainiers lineup, and he will lead things off this inning. Jamal Strong and Shin-Soo Choo will also bat against the left-hander, Corey Lee. Well, with a lefty on the mound, Santiago gets to bat as a right-handed hitter, and he's been swinging the bat better from this side of the plate this year. The pitch from Lee is taken down low, ball 1. Santiago's season statistics total, he's batting .236 with 2 homers and 8 runs batted in. Both of his homers have come as a right-handed hitter. The 1-0 is on the outside corner for a strike, 1-1. And Santiago is batting .360 as a right-handed batter compared to .188 from the other side of the plate. 1-1 pitch, chopped to the left side, ranging left and gloving it is Pavkovich, and he straightens up and throws out Santiago, and one man's gone here in the bottom of the third inning. So Ramon Santiago grounds out to third base, and now Jamal Strong will be the hitter. Strong bounced back to the pitcher, his first time up. He's 0 for 1. And the pitch is taken for a strike. 0-1 the count to Strong. Strong shows bunt on the next pitch and takes it for a strike at the knees, and Strong's in a hole. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 0-2, and it's swung on and sliced foul and out of play down the right field line. Still no balls, 2 strikes. Jamal Strong, the Rainiers outfielder out of the University of Nebraska, swings at the next pitch and fouls it back. Still 0-2. Out of the University of Nebraska, but Strong is from Southern California. Played junior college in California and then went to Nebraska. He swings and misses at an off-speed pitch, and that is strike 3, and down he goes. Corey Lee with his 3rd strikeout of the day. 2 away in the 3rd inning, and now Shin-Soo Choo will be the batter. Choo struck out in the 1st inning on just 3 pitches. Left-hand hitter. And the pitch is taken on the outside corner for a strike. Mentioned at the outset that Lee has at times had problems with his command and has issued a lot of walks this year. But you wouldn't know it in the early going today. His next pitch is outside for a ball. 1-1 the count. He has issued 1 walk in 2 2/3 innings, but for the most part he has been ahead of the hitters. Next pitch, swing and a foul back to the screen. 1-2 the count to Choo. The 1-2 pitch on the way. Inside, and it hit him. Choo just got plunked on the right leg, and he is going to head down to first base. So Lee lets a fastball fly, and it hits Chu on the right leg. Chu hit by the pitch, and he is aboard now for Abraham Nunez. Chu in a little bit of pain behind first base. It looks like it might have got him kind of right in the back of the right knee. And he's bending his right leg a little bit to make sure it still works. He takes his lead at first base. Chu is almost always a threat to go. And Lee with a toss to first base, and Chu is back in standing up. Now the pitch to Nunez is taken for a strike. Nunez fouled out his first time up with a high pop-up foul that was caught by the first baseman, Kochman. Now the pitch is waved at and missed by Nunez, and that is strike two. No score, bottom of the third inning on this Mother's Day game here at Cheney Stadium. The 0-2 pitch to Abraham Nunez. No, Lee makes a move to first base instead, and Chu is in standing up. Nunez standing at the back of the batter's box. And now Lee with the pitch. Runner goes, swing and a miss. Strike three. Got Nunez to chase an off-speed pitch up in the zone, and Nunez has struck out. The inning is over. Strikeout number 4 for Corey Lee. No runs for Tacoma. No hits, no errors. One runner left. We go to the fourth. Tacoma and Salt Lake scoreless.
What does it mean to be in the Air Force Reserve? It means extra income. I earn good pay for my 1 weekend a month and 2 weeks a year, as well as for any additional days I might put in. The Reserve provides cost of living increases and even better pay for years of accumulated service. I also have health benefits, free uniforms, base privileges, and the opportunity to get tuition assistance through the Montgomery GI Bill. I joined to earn extra income, but in combination with the benefits and training, I get so much more out of being a reservist. What does it mean to be an Air Force reservist? It means commitment. Commitment to your country, and a strong commitment to yourself and your future.
Call 1-800-257-1212 or visit us online at afreserve.com. Air Force Reserve, above and beyond.
Air Force Reserve jobs are available at the 446th Airlift Wing, McChord Air Force Base, Tacoma, Washington.
The 2005 Tacoma Rainiers aren't always playing baseball at Cheney Stadium. During their downtime, you can catch them playing the official gaming console of the 2005 Rainiers, Xbox. Xbox's new low price of $149.99 makes it easier than ever to enjoy online play. A new line of games for the whole family. Be sure to visit your local gaming or consumer electronics retailer to pick up your very own Xbox console. Xbox. Now more than ever, it's good to play together.
No score between the Rainiers and the Stingers as we go down to the fourth inning of play. Jorge Campillo to face the heart of the Salt Lake lineup. Casey Kochman to start things off. Kochman struck out in the first, and he swings and hammers a pitch foul on the first base side and into the area between the reserve seats and the bleachers on the first base side. That is strike one to Kochman. The 0-1 swing and a miss and a breaking ball. There's strike two, and Campillo is ahead of Kochman. Campillo has allowed 2 hits in 3 innings. He has recorded 1 strikeout in each frame thus far. Here's his 0-2 pitch. Swung on and bounced back to the mound. And oh, nice play by Campillo, reaching up and to his left to glove that one. And he throws out Kochman at first base. So Campillo, with the quick reactions, able to spear that on one hop, and now Luke Allen will be the hitter. Campillo has set down 7 in a row. And now Luke Allen, the batter, and Campillo starts him off with a breaking pitch that catches the outside corner for a strike. the 0-1, and it is outside for a ball. 1-1. Well, the Mariners in action today, playing the day-night doubleheader at Fenway Park. And game one has been over for some time. 1-1 pitch is a swing and a foul tipped by Luke Allen. That's strike two. The Mariners lost the first game 6-3, extending their losing streak to 7 straight. Joel Pinheiro allowed 6 runs early and wound up lasting 7 innings, which is good in the doubleheader, but he gives up 6 runs on 10 hits. Here's a swing at a chopper, a high bounding ball to the right side. Santiago has it deep in the hole, and he throws out Luke Allen at first base. 2 men are gone in the top of the fourth. 8 in a row retired by Campillo. And now Jeff Mathis will be the batter. The M's losing the first game, and they lost it to Jeremy Gonzalez, called up from AAA to make the start for Boston. Here's a pitch outside to Mathis, ball one. Jeremy Gonzalez picked up his first major league win since 2003. 1-0 pitch to Mathis, swung on it, hit foul, 1-1. Ichiro had a good game. He had 2 hits and a walk and stole a couple of bases and scored 2 runs. But the Mariners unable to beat the Red Sox in game one. Next pitch to Mathis is swung on and popped up on the right-hand side, and Aaron Rifkin, right near the first base bag in fair territory, will make the catch, and the inning is over, and Campillo sets down the side in order at the top of the fourth. 3 up, 3 down, 9 in a row set down by Campillo. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Tacoma and Salt Lake are scoreless.
Hi, I'm Jenny from Colorado. I've got 5 kids who take a lot of my time. So I've had to think of smarter ways of doing things. For instance, microwaving garlic cloves for 15 seconds to slip off the skin easily. Or spraying serving bowls with oil to prevent tomato sauce stains. Here's a new twist on Bounty paper towel. A wet sheet of Bounty stays tough and helps clean up easily. Just get it wet and get it done. It's a real handy tip for those with kids.
The quilted Quaker Picker-Upper Bounty.
Hey Rainiers fans, capture special moments both on and off the field with a new Sprint PCS Vision phone with a built-in camera. Right now you can save up to $150 instantly on select phone models. Plus you'll get 2 months of Sprint PCS Vision service for free. And don't forget to bring your ticket stub into any local Sprint store and save an extra $30 when you activate a new line of service. Sprint PCS is the official wireless partner of the Tacoma Rainiers. Limited time offer valid with a new line of service and a 2-year agreement. Activation and termination fees apply. Subject to credit. Other terms, conditions, and restrictions apply. See Sprint store for details.
At Rite Aid, we know nothing is more important than your health. That's why we're specializing in the health problems that affect most people, like allergies. Your pharmacist is trained in allergy relief and is ready to recommend what's best for you. Plus, we're offering every patient a free allergy guide filled with tips, advice, and special discounts. Talk to your pharmacist about allergies today and ask for your free allergy guide and special discounts. Finally, there's real relief for your allergies. Rite Aid. With us, it's personal.
No score between the Rainiers and the Salt Lake Stingers as we move now to the 4th inning of play. I want to remind you that if you're flying out of town for a few days and you need to park your car at the airport, park it at the DoubleTree Hotel, Seattle Airport. Their secure lot is located just a block south of the airport on International Boulevard, and their shuttle service runs around the clock every 15 minutes. The DoubleTree Hotel, Seattle Airport, your place for airport parking. Ryan Christensen to start things off for the Rainiers in the 4th inning. He walked in the 2nd inning. Here's the pitch from Lee, and it's swung on and fouled away. Christensen drawing the only walk from Lee so far, and it was on a full count pitch that was very close. Christensen healthy enough to get back behind the plate and do some catching this season. The 0-1 to Christensen is high and away for a ball, 1-1. And with Wiki Gonzalez now up in the major leagues, Christensen figures to see a lot of time behind the plate. Next pitch is bounced foul, 1-2. He was going to see a lot of time behind the plate anyway with Gonzalez here, as it appeared as if he was essentially going to catch somewhere between a third and a half of the games. But now with Gonzalez in the big leagues. Expect to see Dan Roan split it pretty evenly between Christensen and Terveen. Here's a pitch outside to Christensen. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two on the way. Inside, ball 3. Looking the second inning on 3 pitches. But it's still amazing that he has 6 home runs against Salt Lake and now 23 at-bats against this team. 3 of the 6 homers against the man who pitched Sessions. Pitch from Lee is taken at the knees for a strike. Could be a little tougher with him facing the lefty today. Rifkin, though, is batting .297 against left-hand pitching, and he's hit 3 homers in 37 at-bats against lefties, so he's been hitting them. He takes the pitch up and in, 1 ball, 1 strike. Rifkin in his first season of AAA baseball and in his first month with the Rainiers, he certainly has had an impact. The 1-1 pitch swung on and fouled away, and that is strike 2. So Rifkin's in a hole, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Leading from first base is Christensen, and the 1-2 pitch swung on and grounded towards third, and it eats up Pavkovich and goes into left field. Christensen advances to second and stops there, and Rifkin is aboard on the fielding error at third base by Pavkovich. He got caught in between hops and reached down and misplayed it for an error. So the Rainiers with 2 on and nobody out. And you know, if Pavkovich gloves that, if he picks it cleanly, it might have been a double play. They would have had a chance to go for it. Mike Morse now the batter, and we'll see if the Rainiers can take advantage of this situation. Lee is ready. And the pitch to Morse is on the inside corner for a strike, 0-1. Chris Snelling is on deck. No score between Tacoma and Salt Lake. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way to Morse, and Morse squares around a bunt and bunts at third base side. Good bunt. Lee off the mound, picks it up, throws to first in time for the out, but the runners move up. Christensen takes third and Rifkin to second as Morse does a nice job getting the bunt down for the sacrifice. His first of the season. 1-3 on the play. And now Chris Snelling with a chance to bat with 2 men in scoring position and 1 out. And Salt Lake is going to bring the infield in about halfway, it looks like. And now the catcher, Ryan Buddy, will go to the mound and talk to Lee. Now, if you're thinking, well, shouldn't they just intentionally walk Snelling here? Well, they do have the left-on-left advantage with Snelling at the plate. The platoon advantage favors Lee. And the on-deck hitter, Hunter Brown, is right-handed, so they will probably come right after Snelling here. 1 out. Christensen, the runner at third, and Rifkin is aboard at second. And here we go. Lee with the pitch to Snelling, and it's a fastball way up high, ball 1. Snelling lined a single his first time up. It remains the only hit for the Rainiers thus far. 1-0 the count. And the pitch is high. Snap throw to third, and Christensen gets picked off at third base. Ryan Buddy rifled a throw down to Pavkovich, and Christensen is caught off the base. He is picked off for the second out of the inning. And that really hurts the Rainiers rally right there. Pickoff goes 2-5, and now 2 men around. Rifkin at second base. The infield backs up and plays normal depth. 2 balls, no strikes to Snelling. Here's the pitch. And it's a check swing, and Snelling went around for a strike. 2-1. Well, the Rainiers can still get on the board here with a base hit. 2 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch is a swing and a miss, and now a throw to second base, and they've got Rifkin picked up. They throw to third, and the throw gets loose, and is going to go into foul territory, and Rifkin will wind up scoring. The Rainiers catch a break there, as an error is charged to the shortstop Smith for the wild throw to third. Buddy had another runner picked up. The Salt Lake catcher received that pitch to Snelling and then zipped a throw down to the shortstop, and Rifkin was picked up, but Rifkin turned around and ran towards third, and the relay throw by Smith was wild, and it went into foul ground, and Rifkin was able to score. Now the pitch to Snelling, bounced up the first baseline, and that's going to roll foul. So 2 strikes now on Snelling. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So how about that? E6 enabling Rifkin to score from second base. Two balls, 2 strikes to Snelling. And now Lee with the pitch, and it's a swing and a foul back. And Ryan Buddy thinking, man, I just picked off both runners, and I thought I got my pitcher out of a jam. But instead, a run winds up scoring. 2-2 to Snelling. Popped up foul and out of play. And it is still 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the Rainiers get a run on an unusual play. Now the 2-2 on the way to Snelling. Way outside, ball 3, and the count goes full. Brown on deck, hoping to bat this inning. Here's the 3-2. And it is high, ball 4, and Snelling winds up drawing the walk. And Lee, I was talking before about how his command problems that he has displayed at times this year with a high walk total didn't really become clear until with 2 outs in the 3rd inning when he drilled Shin-Soo Choo. And now here in the 4th inning, he's issued a pair of walks, walking both Christensen and Snelling on full count pitches on both occasions. And now Hunter Brown is the batter. And the pitch to Brown is outside, ball 1. Rifkin, by the way, is credited with a stolen base of 3rd, and then he scores on the error, the throwing error by Smith. The scorer ruling that Rifkin would have been safe had the throw been good to 3rd base. Now a move to first base, and in standing up is Snelling, which is quite possible. It wasn't certain at all that he was going to be out. Supposed to give the benefit of the doubt to the runner in that instance. So Rifkin winds up with a credit for a steal. Here's a move to first base, and Snelling is in standing up. Want to know the count to Brown. Lee to the plate, and this pitch is a swing and a miss for a strike. 1-1 the count. And the pitch, high, ball 2, 2-1. Ramon Santiago waits on deck. The Rainiers have pushed a run across this inning without a hit yet. 2 walks and 2 errors in the inning. Here's the 2-1 to Brown, and it is low, ball 3, and we may see another walk this inning. Now the 3-1 swung on and a shot on the ground, but right to shortstop, and Smith fields it, and he will flip it to the second baseman, Casilla, for the force out there, and the inning is over. The Rainiers get a strange run. 1 run on no hits, 2 errors, and 1 runner left. We go to the 5th. It is Tacoma 1, Salt Lake nothing.
Get together. Everybody's gonna have a good time. Get together. Everybody's gonna have a good time. With these friends of mine, feel fine. Everybody's gonna have a good time. With these friends of mine, feel fine. And everybody's gonna have a good time. Get together. Everybody's gonna have a good time.
The important thing isn't where you meet up. It's just that you do. With a few good friends and the signature taste of the king of beers. For drinkability and refreshment you won't find anywhere else. Bright, crisp, clean, pure. This is Budweiser. This is beer. Budweiser beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Dragging luggage through traffic and across parking lots is not what smart travelers do. But calling Thrifty Car Rental, well, that is. Sure, we rent great cars at great rates, but we also have airport parking, too. We'll drop you off right at the terminal and pick you up when you get back. Great parking at a great rate. Thrifty Car Rental. Park smart.
Leave your car and leave your worries with Thrifty. Safe, secure airport parking. Check it out at thriftyparking.com.
One nothing is our score. The Rainiers with the lead over the Salt Lake Stingers as we move along now to the 5th inning of play. And Jorge Campillo has retired 9 straight Salt Lake batters. And here in the 5th, they'll face Nick Gorno, Ryan Buddy, and Casey Smith. Gorno getting ready to bat now. One of 3 strikeout victims for Campillo thus far. Campillo into the windup, and the pitch to Gorno is taken outside, ball 1. I'm looking forward to this upcoming road trip starting on Tuesday. The 1-0 is in for a strike because the Rainiers are traveling to a city that they have never been before in the 45 years of franchise history. Here's a swing and a miss by Gorno, 1-2 the count. The newest AAA team in the Pacific Coast League, the Round Rock Express. Round Rock, Texas, which is right outside of Austin, Texas. We'll fly into Austin. Now the 1-2 to Gorno. Swung on and chopped to third on one hop. Fielded by Hunter Brown, and Brown throws to first for the out. And that's 10 in a row set down by Campillo. Gorno grounds out to third, and now Ryan Buddy will be the batter. The Round Rock Express are the Houston Astros AAA club. They used to be a AA team in the Texas League, but they expanded their stadium to fit AAA standards. And then the owner of the team, Nolan Ryan, and a group of investors. Now pitch to Buddy is in for a strike. They went and purchased the Edmonton Trappers franchise and moved it to Round Rock. And they took their existing AA team and moved it to Corpus Christi, Texas. Now the 0-1 to Buddy is up and away, 1-1. Apparently, Nolan Ryan goes to some of the games there in Round Rock. The 1-1 pitch to Buddy is in for a strike, 1-2. His son, Reed Ryan, is one of the guys in charge of the team. The team's named the Express, which was Nolan Ryan's nickname when he was a player, so it's a Ryan family affair. The 1-2 pitch to Buddy, swung out and lined up the middle, and that's into center field. A base hit for Ryan Buddy, the Salt Lake catcher, with the third hit of the game for the Stingers, a one-out single to center field. So he's aboard, and now Casey Smith will be the batter. Smith 0 for 1 with a ground out. So Campillo has a string of 10 straight batters set down come to a close. Campillo with the pitch. There goes the runner, and it's reached for and fouled away by Smith. So the hit and run was on, and Smith saved the base runner by fouling off that pitch. And then a kid in the crowd, actually in the aisleway, who brought his glove, makes the catch of the foul ball and gets a nice round of applause for his efforts. Not to mention one almost brand new Pacific Coast League baseball. No balls, 1 strike to Smith. Campillo throws, and this pitch is up and away, 1-1. Round Rock, the team the Rainiers are going to face, the Astros AAA club, and they're actually playing pretty well right now. They're 4 games over 500 at 17-13, and they are leading their division. They're in the Southern Division of the American Conference, called the American Southern. Here's a swing and a liner to third. Caught there by Brown. Fires to first. Double play. They double off Ryan Buddy to end the inning. Hunter Brown gloved that line drive, and then he loaded up and threw it almost as hard across the diamond to Ripken, and they just did get Buddy, who was diving back into the base, for the double play. And that does it for Salt Lake in the top of the 5th. No runs on a hit. No one left. We're halfway through it. Rainiers lead Salt Lake 1-0.
Are you interested in a healthy heart? Are you like most Americans and don't always eat as you should? I'm Dr. Kevin Soden. If you answered yes, you're ready for the new Centrum Pledge for Life program. Taking a Centrum multivitamin every day is an easy, healthy habit that helps ensure your body gets the nutrients it needs to work at its best. Visit pledgeforlife.com to get a free vitamin guide, coupons, and a daily reminder magnet. Now's the time to make a pledge to your health with Centrum.
Go to pledgeforlife.com. Offer good while supplies last.
It's the one book this year you can't afford to ignore. It's the owner's manual in your car's glove compartment. Read how not changing your oil by the book can shorten the life of your engine and maybe even void your car's warranty. So be sure to follow your manual's oil change schedule and use Castrol Syntec motor oil. Independent tests prove that Syntec provides superior engine protection and performance. Check your owner's manual and use Castrol Syntec.
It's greater to lead than to follow. Test drive new Audi A6 and see what they mean. The Audi A6 is all new with crisper, cleaner lines, a driver's-oriented cockpit that NewCarTest.com says attention to detail is remarkable. Auto Week stated, note to the competition, here's your new target. Good luck hitting it. Money Magazine named the A6 the best luxury car, beating out the BMW 5 Series. It is better to lead than to follow. Test drive the all-new Audi A6 at your Puget Sound Audi dealer.
We go to the bottom of the 5th inning in Tacoma. The Rainiers leading Salt Lake by a score of 1-0, and it'll be Ramon Santiago to lead off the 5th against Corey Lee. Well, we've had this cloud cover all day. In fact, the day started as rain, but now we're starting to see the occasional patch of blue sky overhead, and the sun poking through every now and then. Down in the third base coach's box, Rainiers manager Dan Roan, suddenly he felt the sun, and he was up there looking, hey, we are going to get some sun here this afternoon. Santiago stands in. He's 0 for 1. He grounded out to third base his first time, and he takes the pitch from Lee up high, ball 1. Now the next offering to Santiago is fouled straight back and out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike to Ramon Santiago. Well, one of the stories in baseball at the major league level is unfolding in Arizona. Santiago hits the next pitch high and fairly deep towards left. Back goes Allen, but he'll have plenty of room, and he'll make the catch shy of the warning track for out number 1 here in the 5th. The turnaround of the Arizona Diamondbacks is starting to get a little more play in the baseball media. And it's early. They're only, a month into the season at the major league level, maybe 5 weeks now. Here's the pitch to Jamal Strong, and it is inside for a ball. But Arizona last year lost 111 games. just had a dreadful season. The 1-0 to Strong is a swing and a miss, 1-1. But Arizona now is 5 games over 500 at 18 wins and 13 losses under their first season with new manager Bob Melvin. Here's a pitch in for a strike to Strong, 1-2. They brought in some free agents, most notably Troy Gloss and pitcher Javier Vazquez, and they made the trade for Sean Green. 1-2 pitch is a swing and a foul by Strong, still 1-2. And Arizona right now is only a game behind the Dodgers in the National League West. The Diamondbacks would like to contend, of course. So the 1-2 to Strong is a swing and a foul. But if they could just get near the 500 mark, it'd be quite an achievement. The best record ever for a team after a season in which they've lost 110 games or more was just last year when Detroit won 72 games after losing 119 the year before. Here's a pitch outside to Strong, 2-2. They went from 43 and 119 to 72 and 90, and that was the biggest improvement ever for a team that had finished that, with 110 losses or more. Here's a pitch high to Strong. And the early indications are that Arizona has a chance to outperform Detroit last year and wind up with maybe 80 wins. 3-2 to Strong is low, ball 4, and he is on again on the full count pitch. The fourth walk issued by Corey Lee, and all 4 of them have been instances where the Rainiers batter has worked the count full before drawing the walk. So Strong's on with 1 out, and he becomes a threat to steal. He has 3 steals and 5 attempts so far this season. Now Shin-Soo Choo is the batter. He has struck out and he has been hit by a pitch. And a toss to first base, and Strong in standing up. Now another move to first base by Lee, and again Strong reads it and is in standing up. Now the runner goes, and the pitch to Chu is up and in. Throw down to second base, not in time. Strong steals it with a feet-first slide for his 4th steal of the year. The catcher, Ryan Buddy, did a little double clutch before making his throw to second base, and that gave Strong the additional time he needed to swipe that back. 1 ball, no strikes now to Chu, and the Rainiers have a man in scoring position. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, pulled to the right side, and moving over to field it is Kochman, and he's going to feed Lee covering first to get the out on Chu. Strong advances 90 feet and goes to third. So man at third with 2 outs, and Abraham Nunez coming to the plate. Nunez is 0 for 2. He has popped up and struck out. See if he can come through with a clutch hit here. The pitch to Nunez, swung on and nubbed to the right side. Fielded at second by Casilla. He throws out Nunez, and that does it for Nunez and the Rainiers here in the 5th. No runs, hits, or errors. 1 runner left. We go to the 6th. Tacoma leading Salt Lake 1-0.
Mountain Dew presents Green Foo. So, we meet again.
I'm sorry, do I know you?
Yes, you spent the last hour of this movie trying to find me so you can have your revenge.
Oh, yes. Didn't recognize you.
I've lost weight.
Good for you. Now, let's have a spectacular fight with aerial flips while hanging from invisible strings.
Maybe later. But first, let us drink Mountain Dew and have a sound effects contest.
Ooh, you are wiser than you look, Skinny One. Unique, great taste. Now, take this, huh?
Ha ha! You've come to play. Now prepare for my 16 ounces of fury!
Very smooth, but no match for my flying green 2-liter, huh?
Well done, my friend. You have proven a worthy opponent. We shall meet again!
Word!
Green Food.
is a Mountain Dew production. This product has been rated MD.
Wish you had more choices for cable TV? Now you do. Tacoma, Furcrest, University Place, and soon Lakewood residents have a better choice in cable TV. Click Network.
Click Network.
Take control of your television with Click.
On-demand and digital video recorders.
Pause, rewind, and fast-forward live TV. Feel like you're in the middle of the action with Click's HDTV services. Best of all, Click Cable TV is affordable and without any hidden costs. All of this from a local company with excellent customer service. See why Click customers rate them the best. Call Click Network at 253-502-8900
to order the best cable TV service today.
One nothing right here as we go to the sixth inning of play. And Jorge Campillo on the mound. He'll face Alexi Casilla, Chris Prieto, and Adam Pavkovich this inning. Campillo has allowed 3 hits through 5 innings. Here's his pitch to Casilla. Casilla shows bunt, pulls the bat back, takes a strike. 0-1. Campillo has struck out 3 in his 5 innings of work. The 0-1 to Casilla is low and outside for a ball. 1-1. We'll check the Mariner farm system while the Stingers bat here in the top of the 6th inning. Let you know what happened in the lower levels in last night's play. 1-1 pitch swing and a miss by Casilla. 1-2. Double-A San Antonio got a win yesterday. They've been playing well over the course of the last week. They beat Arkansas 6-2. Tom Oldham, a left-hand pitcher, 7 innings, allowing only 3 hits and no earned runs. 1-2 to Casilla, just outside, a changeup that almost caught the outside corner. Oldham yesterday for San Antonio, 7 strikeouts and only 2 walks. A good outing. He's got an ERA under 3. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Down goes Casilla, and that is strikeout number 4 for Jorge Campillo. 1 out at the top of the 6th, and now Chris Prieto will be the batter. The hitting stars for San Antonio yesterday, leadoff man Gary Harris went 3 for 5. And outfielder John Nelson hit his 4th homer, a 2-run shot. And San Antonio is now 3 games over 500 at 16-13. The pitch taken up and in by Prieto. Ball 1. Next pitch on the way. Off-speed pitch over for a strike. 1-1. The Mariners affiliate in the Cal League, Inland Empire, lost yesterday to the Stockton Ports 6-4. 1-1 pitch is a swing and a foul. 3 hits each for Matt Rogelstad and Young Cho, who began the season with the Rainiers as a utility infielder, as just a fill-in guy for the first week of the season. He had 3 hits for Inland Empire yesterday in 5 at-bats. 1-2 pitch, swing and a foul, tip at the plate. Still 1-2 to Prieto. That Inland Empire team, though, has struggled this season more than any other Mariner affiliate, including the big club, and they have a record of 10 wins and 19 losses. One ball, 2 strikes to Prieto, and now Campillo's next pitch is hit foul, and it is still a ball and 2 strikes. In the Midwest League, the Mariners affiliate in Wisconsin lost yesterday as well to Dayton, 6-2, and they've lost 5 straight games. After a red-hot start, they're now 16-13. Big day for Matt Tuiasosopo, though. 1-2 pitch grounded sharply between first and second. Santiago can't get it. It's through into right field, a base hit. And Chris Prieto has his 2nd hit of the game. A 1-out single to right. And now Adam Pavkovich will be the batter, and the Rainiers have to be concerned about Prieto trying to steal. Tuiasosopo in the Midwest League yesterday, 3 hits and 4 at-bats, including a double, and he raised his average to .345. He was in the lineup at the designated hitter position yesterday, which he does once or twice a week. Here's a toss to first, and Prieto is in standing up. Prieto stole a base earlier today. He has 10 steals this season. And that has him tied for second in the league. Pitch to Pavkovich, swung out and grounded to the left side. Diving stop by Brown from his knees, throws to second for one. Relay to first, not in time. Nice play by Hunter Brown at third. Diving to his left to get that grounder off the bat of Pavkovich. And then making the accurate throw to second base to give Ramon Santiago at least a chance to try to turn the double play. The Rainiers are happy to get one out on the ball. Prieto forced out at second. Pavkovich aboard at first with 2 outs, and now Casey Kochman is the hitter. Kochman has struck out and grounded out. He's 0 for 2. 1-0 Rainiers, 2 outs in the 6th. And the pitch is outside, ball 1. Prieto at first has those 10 steals. The league leader in stolen bases is Kerry Robinson, who used to be with Tacoma back in 1999. 1-0 pitch to Kochman, swung on and grounded foul, first base side, 1-1. Kerry Robinson with Portland already with 15 stolen bases this year. One ball, 1 strike to Kochman. Campillo's pitch is waved at and missed, 1-2. Kochman out in front of another off-speed pitch from Campillo, who just changes speeds out there on the hill, and he gets Kochman to swing too early at that last one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Campillo's next pitch swung out and hit sky high to shallow center field. Strong coming in, Morse going out, and Strong and the left fielder Chu are there. They collide. Chu makes the catch, and they both get up. And Chu holds on to the ball for the out, and they're okay. Chu and Strong colliding in shallow left center field. And they're talking about it now as they run off the field together. No runs for Salt Lake at the top of the 6th inning. They had a hit. There was 1 man left. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Tacoma leading Salt Lake 1-0.
Hey, it's DeGrasse here, someone who's lived in the Puget Sound area for, going on 15 years right now. You find special places, you like special places, and if you're in a position like I am, sometimes you get to tell your friends all about them. For me, one of those special places is the Lake Washington Roaster, right on the top of Lake Washington, where it's been, well, for at least as long as I've been here. Greg and his crew have, they've got an understanding of exactly what they should be at a place on the water up at the top of Lake Washington. It is a terrific bar with one of the best happy hours of the year. That's year-round, and a great restaurant as well. When it gets warm, the patio is the place to sit and watch those long, hazy days of summer and see the planes landing and taking off. Ideal place to grab a drink and dinner when the sun is shining or when it's going down as well. It's just one of those places you like telling people about because it's special. There's no great time because every time is the right time to visit the Lake Washington Roaster any time of the year.
Husky baseball and softball seasons are in full swing. You don't want to miss any of the great action that will take place this spring at Husky Ballpark and Husky Softball Stadium. Visit GoHuskies.com for schedule information. The Pepsi Family Friday ticket package offers 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 Pepsis for only $25 at every Friday home baseball and softball game. Discounts are available for groups of 15 or more. This is a great group or team activity. Get your tickets now at GoHuskies.com or call 206-543-2200.
This is your home for Tacoma Rainiers baseball.
And Jim Rome, weekdays 9 to noon.
Fox Sports Radio 850.
KHHO Tacoma.
We go to the bottom of the 6th, and the Rainiers leading Salt Lake by a score of 1-0. Ryan Christensen, Aaron Rifkin, and Mike Morse to bat this inning against Corey Lee. Christensen has walked both times he's been to the plate, and he takes the first pitch down and in, ball 1. There's action in the Salt Lake bullpen for the first time today. Right-hander Scott Dunn is loosening up. The 1-0 to Christensen is waved at and missed. Well, remember about an inning ago where I said that the sun was poking through and there was possibly some patches of blue sky developing here in Tacoma? Now it's gotten kind of gray and dark again. 1-1 pitch to Christensen. A swing and a miss, strike 2. So Christensen in a hole. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 on the way. Right on the inside corner, called strike 3, and Christensen goes down looking, and there is the first out of the inning. Corey Lee with his 5th strikeout of the game. 1 away. And now Aaron Rifkin comes to the play. Rifkin is 0 for 2. Lots of action in the big leagues today. Quick look around the American League. The Yankees, Kevin Brown and the bullpen shut out the A's 6-zip. Alex Rodriguez, the former Rainier, with his 11th homer. Pitch to Rifkin, taken on the outside corner. White Sox win again. They cannot be stopped. They beat Toronto today 5-4, and the White Sox are 23-7. Unbelievable. Mark Burley, his 5th win. 0-1 to Rifkin, hit in the air to left center field. Prieto moves over towards the alley. This is in shallow left center, and he makes the catch, and there is out number 2. Rifkin flies out, and now Mike Morse will be the batter. Kansas City beat Baltimore 10-8 after blowing a 7-run lead early in the game. Texas is a 7-2 winner at home over Cleveland. Kenny Rogers with 7 shutout innings, and he has thrown 21 consecutive scoreless innings. Minnesota beat Tampa Bay 9-6 down in Florida. Moore swings at the first pitch and lashes it down the left field line and into the corner. That's going to be extra bases for Morse. He is in at second base with a stand-up double as Allen gets the ball back into the infield. Morse with the double, his 6th of the season. And the Rainiers have their 2nd hit of the game. They lead 1-0. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. And now Chris Snelling will bat with a man in scoring position and 2 outs. Snelling stands in the batter's box now, and Lee with the pitch, and it's a swing and a miss, strike 1. Told you the Mariners lost the first game of the doubleheader. They lead game 2, 2-0 after 3 innings. Wiki Gonzalez hit a double in his first at bat as a Mariner and started the 2-run rally in the 3rd inning. Gonzalez just called up from Tacoma. No balls, 1 strike to Snelling. And the pitch, swing and a miss, and he's in a hole, 0-2. National League games. St. Louis hammered San Diego 15-5 in a game that was over in the 1st inning because the Cardinals scored 11 runs in the 1st. And that was that. 0-2 to Snelling. Low for a ball. Cubs beat Philadelphia 2-1. Dusty Baker's tired of his bullpen, so he let Carlos Zambrano throw a 136-pitch complete game. 1-2 pitch to Snelling is outside, 2-2. Colorado's an 8-3 winner at Florida. Jeff Francis throwing a gem. And Clint Barmas, a 3-run inside the park home run for the Rockies. 2-2 pitch to Snelling on the way. Swung on and grounded foul on the first base side. Atlanta shut out Houston 16-0. Mike Hampton pitched a complete game 2-hit shutout and hit a home run. And Milwaukee, a 5-4 winner over the Mets, a 2-out RBI single by J.J. Hardy in the bottom of the 9th to bring in the game winner. 2-2 to Snelling is high, ball 3. In progress, San Francisco and Washington are tied up 2-2 in the 6th inning. Jose Guillen, home run number 8 for Washington. And Pittsburgh leads Arizona 2-1 in the 5th inning. 3-2 pitch outside, ball 4, and Snelling draws a walk, and he is aboard for his third time in this game. And that might do it for Corey Lee. The right-hander, Scott Dunn, warming up in the pen. Dino Ebel on his way to the mound, and the Salt Lake manager points to the bullpen. He wants a pitching change here in the bottom of the 6th inning. This pitching change brought to you by your local Geico office, now open Saturdays and evening hours to serve you better. Find your local Geico office in the Yellow Pages and call for Saturday and weekday hours. Geico, a 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance. We'll take a break. Bottom of the 6th, Rainiers leading 1-0.
Captain, look out! We almost hit that beautiful mermaid! Hands off the wheel, lad. We could have been shipwrecked, sir. Stranded for life, just like the others. Quiet, mate. If you listen closely to the water, you'll hear all kinds of tales. Giant whales, ghost ships, sirens calling sailors to their doom. Those poor men. The truth is, those men never came home because they discovered something they couldn't live without. Scuttlebutt beer.
Like a good fish story, Scuttlebutt's reputation has spread all over the Northwest, hooking folks with its unique, delicious brews. Amber Ale, Homeport Blonde, Gale Force IPA, many seasonal ales, and of course, Roz's Big Mouth Ale. Beer so good you'll find it in many of Seattle's finest bars, restaurants, and grocery stores. Of course, the best place to enjoy a cold Scuttlebutt is at the brewery in Everett, where Scuttlebutt flows from the tap Monday through Saturday.
Yes, I guess believing in mermaids is pretty silly. Oh, the mermaid's real enough, but she's me daughter. You'd better keep your hands off.
1-0 is our score. The Rainiers leading Salt Lake. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning here at Cheney Stadium, and the Rainiers are threatening to add to their lead. They have 2 runners on base with 2 outs, and Hunter Brown coming to the plate. So Salt Lake goes to the bullpen and brings in right-hander Scott Dunn. Dunn just moved to the pen. He has only worked as a starter. In 5 starts, he's 1-2 with a 5.27 ERA. 27 1/3 innings, he's allowed 24 hits and 13 walks, striking out 21. The unusual thing is that he was moved to the bullpen after his finest start of the season. In his last outing, Dunn went 8 shutout innings to get the win at Portland on Tuesday, in a game that Salt Lake won by a score of 1-0. So Dunn had his best start of the year, and then it was, all right, you're going to the bullpen. Well, Dunn will face Hunter Brown with Mike Morse at second and Chris Snelling at first. Scott Dunn, right-hander. He's been in the major leagues very briefly with the Angels last year, got in 3 games. Used to be in the Reds farm system. Here's his pitch to Hunter Brown, and it is a fastball up high, ball 1. He's got a good arm, Dunn. 26 years old. He turns 27 later this month. He's from San Antonio. Now the 1-0, swing and a foul, 1-2. Dunn's been traded twice in his career. Once by the Reds to the White Sox, and then again from the White Sox to the Angels. 1 ball, 1 strike to Hunter Brown. Down with the pitch, and it is outside for a ball, 2-1. Last year, Dunn was terrific for Salt Lake, spending most of the season in the Stingers' bullpen, although he did make 6 spot starts. He was 10-4 with a 3.21 ERA in 89 innings. 2 balls, 1 strike to Hunter Brown, and the pitch just misses ball 3. 3-1. Scott Dunn out of the University of Texas. Working on Hunter Brown with a count of 3-1. Morse at second base. Snelling at first. 2 outs in the 6th. Rainiers looking for a clutch hit. The pitch. Swung on and fouled back to the screen, and the count goes full, 3-2. So now Dan Roan will send the runners on the pitch. Outfield shades Brown a little towards right. Now the 3-ball, 2-strike pitch. The runners do not go because Dunn stepped off the rubber and made a move towards second base, although he did not throw. So we will do it again. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch from Dunn. The runners go, and it's swung on and fouled out of play down the right field line, and we'll reset it. Corey Lee, the starter for Salt Lake, went 5 2/3 innings. Allowed 2 hits and 1 run. It was unearned. He walked 5 and struck out 5. Lee is responsible for these base runners right now. Three balls, 2 strikes to Brown. The payoff is low, ball 4, and that will load him up. Morse goes to third. Snelling takes second. Hunter Brown draws the walk. And the bases are loaded with 2 outs for Ramon Santiago. So Santiago will turn around and bat left-handed for his first time in today's game. And he'll bat with a chance to do some damage. Santiago has 8 runs batted in this year. And Santiago, with the bases loaded this season, is 1 for 3. That's right, I remembered he had a bases loaded 3-run double in Salt Lake City when the Rainiers were there last weekend. So, conference on the mound. The Salt Lake pitching coach, Bryn Smith, is out there talking things over with Scott Dunn. Bryn Smith, longtime major league pitcher, most notably with the Expos, back when they existed. Well, here we go. Bases loaded, 2 outs for Ramon Santiago. The pitch is taken at the knees, strike 1. Santiago is grounded out and flied out. He's 0 for 2. All that came against Corey Lee as a right-handed batter. Now he's hitting left-handed. The 0-1 swung out, hit on the ground to second base gently. Casilla fields it, and he will throw out Santiago at first base, and the inning is over. Rainiers load them up, but they do not score. They have a hit. They leave 3 on base. We go to the 7th inning. Tacoma leading Salt Lake 1-0.
Are you losing your hair? Dr. Gary Gordon, Chief Medical Director at the world-renowned Gordon Research Institute, describes exciting new research guaranteed to solve your hair problem.
New data released by the FDA indicates that the body chemical dihydrotestosterone, commonly known as DHT, is the leading cause of hair loss. At our institute, we studied numerous hair loss treatments and found that Folinex is the most effective solution for stimulating new hair growth in balding areas. If you want to stop DHT from causing any further hair loss, then I strongly recommend that you try Folinex now. Folinex's DHT blocker has been used successfully for over 8 years by tens of thousands of men and women. Folinex is powerful enough to regrow hair on virtually anyone, we guarantee it.
Folinex is available for a limited time at half the price of other competitors. Folinex is guaranteed to work for you. So order risk-free now by calling 800-299-4644. That's 800-299-4644. Call 800-299-4644 now.
It's good to play together on the diamond, but it's even better to play together
on your Xbox.
When the Tacoma Rainiers are not on the field, you can usually find them playing Xbox, the official gaming console of the 2005 Tacoma Rainiers. With several new games for the whole family,
Online play with Xbox Live,
and a new price of $149.
What better time than now to visit your local gaming retailer
and pick up your very own Xbox.
Xbox.
Now more than ever,
it's good to play together.
1-0 is our score. The Rainiers with the lead over the Salt Lake Stingers after 6 innings of play. And now we're going to move along to the 7th. And as we do so, a very, very light drizzle has begun here at Cheney Stadium. Jorge Campillo on the mound is working on a 4-hitter right now. Luke Allen leads off the 7th inning, and Campillo winds and delivers, and the pitch is taken down and in, ball 1 to Allen. 1-0 the count. Next pitch, swing and a miss, 1-1. Campillo has struck out 4, walked none. He's allowed the 4 hits, 3 singles, and a bloop double down the left field line. At one point, he retired 10 straight batters. 1-1 pitch is a swing and a miss, strike 2. And Campillo is ahead of Luke Allen, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Saw that Dodger All-Star closer Eric Gagne is scheduled to pitch in the Pacific Coast League today. The 1-2 to Allen is in the dirt for a ball, 2-2. Gagne has been on the disabled list all season for Los Angeles, and today is supposed to be the first day of his rehab assignment with the Las Vegas 51s. Two pitch to Allen, way outside, ball 3. Vegas is hosting Sacramento tonight. Next pitch, swing and a foul. Still 3-2. You know, that game's actually almost over. Sacramento leading Vegas 10-3. Well, we can check and see if Gagne got in there or not. 3-2 pitch to Luke Allen. Swing and a foul tip held onto by Christensen, and that is strike 3. Down goes Allen. Strikeout number 5 for Campillo, and 1 man's out in the top of the 7th inning. That will bring to the plate Jeff Mathis. Mathis 1 for 2 in this game. Gagne did pitch. Here's a swing and a foul tip by Mathis. He pitched the 9th inning with his team trailing 10-3 and struck out the side against Sacramento. So that's the tough part about a closer being on injury rehab in the minor leagues, is it's hard to duplicate the closing situation. Here's a pitch up and away to Mathis, 1-1. Especially on a rehab schedule where you're supposed to pitch an inning today, take a day off, pitch an inning tomorrow. Who knows if your team's going to have a lead? So Gagne got an inning in. Here's a swing and a high fly towards center field. Jamal Strong waiting underneath it, and he will make the catch, and there's out number 2. Mathis flies to center. 2 out in the top of the 7th inning. And now Nick Gorno will be the hitter. So Campillo gets the first 2 men here in the 7th. And the pitch swung on and lined towards right center field. Strong on the move, but he won't catch up with this one. It's going to go all the way through to the fence for extra bases. Gorno's around second. He is digging for third, and the throw comes into the cutoff man. Gorno has a stand-up triple here with 2 outs in the 7th inning. Just lined that one into the gap in right center field for his 2nd triple of the season. Gorno with the 3-base hit. And now Salt Lake has the tying runner at third with 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning. Catcher Ryan Buddy comes up to the plate. Buddy has a hit off of Campillo today. He's 1 for 2. Rainiers lead 1-0 here in the top of the 7th. This is just the 2nd time that Salt Lake has had a runner at third base. Campillo's pitch is taken on the outside corner for strike 1. Chris Prieto stole third base with 2 outs in the 1st inning, and that was the only time they got anyone that far so far in this game, that far around the bases. 0-1 to Buddy, and the pitch from Campillo swung on and popped up right side. Rifkin calling for it near first base, makes the catch, and the inning is over. 2-out triple, no worries, no runs for Salt Lake. They leave a man on. It's the 7th inning stretch here at Tacoma. Brought to you by Alaska Airlines. If you fly on Alaska or Horizon, make sure to always check the price at alaskaair.com before buying anywhere else. You'll find their lowest fares guaranteed, and there are no online booking fees. Check it all out at alaskaair.com today. 7th inning stretch. Rainiers leading 1-0.
This year's most impressive defensive line does not belong to a football, hockey, or soccer team. It belongs to Castrol, with a line of motor oils that protects your engine like no one else's. For starters, there's Castrol GTX, the motor oil that provides maximum protection against both viscosity and thermal breakdown. For severe driving conditions, there's Castrol Syntec Blend Part Synthetic. And for the ultimate protection and performance, there's Castrol Syntec Full Synthetic, engineered with patented stabilizers. No matter which Castrol product you choose, you can be sure you're getting the best possible engine protection for the price. And that's important, because when it comes to protecting your engine, the best defense is the best defense. Castrol Motor Oil is featured at these fine dealers: Car-Mart Dodge, Car-Mart Volkswagen, Car-Mart Mitsubishi, and Car-Mart Nissan.
Hey Rainiers fans, capture special moments both on and off the field with a new Sprint PCS Vision phone with a built-in camera. Right now you can save up to $150 instantly on select phone models. Plus you'll get 2 months of Sprint PCS Vision service for free. And don't forget to bring your ticket stub into any local Sprint store and save an extra $30 when you activate a new line of service. Sprint PCS is the official wireless partner of the Tacoma Rainiers. Limited time offer valid with a new line of service and a 2-year agreement. Activation and termination fees apply. Subject to credit. Other terms, conditions, and restrictions apply. See Sprint store for details.
We go to the bottom of the 7th inning in Tacoma. The Rainiers leading Salt Lake by a score of 1-0. And the Rainiers would really like to score some insurance runs. They have the top of the lineup coming to the plate this inning. It'll be Jamal Strong, Shin-Soo Choo, and Abraham Nunez to face right-hander Scott Dunn, who entered the game last inning in relief of Corey Smith and got the final out in the 6th inning. Strong heading to the plate right now. Well, the Rainiers have won the first 2 games of this series against the Angels AAA club. And they'd like to make it 3 in a row and get their record on the season back up to the 500 mark. Here's the pitch to Jamal Strong, and it's taken outside, ball 1. The Salt Lake Stingers parent club, by the way, the Angels, getting creamed today by Detroit, 10-1 after 8 innings. Here's a swing by Strong and a bouncer foul on the third base side. Mariners in the second game of that doubleheader with Boston, leading 2-1 now in the 5th inning as David Ortiz hit a home run to cut the M's lead in half. 1-1 pitch to Jamal Strong, up and in. 2 balls, 1 strike. Strong trying to get on base and get something started for the Rainiers here in the last of the 7th. 2 balls and a strike. The pitch is a swing and a foul back, 2-2. Strong just recently came back from some time on the suspended list, and the Rainiers anticipate getting another player off the suspended list shortly. Outfielder Greg Jacobs, who was here last year, should be about done serving a 30-day suspension to start the season. So here's a pitch outside to Strong. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So don't be surprised if Greg Jacobs joins the Rainiers in the near future. 3-2 pitch hit in the air to right field, and it's directly to Gorno, who is just waiting for it, and he makes the catch, and 1 man is gone in the bottom of the 7th. So Strong flies to right, and now Shin-Soo Choo will be the hitter. Choo's 0 for 2, and he's been hit by a pitch. Dunn to the plate, and Chu thinks about a bunt and then takes the pitch down and in, ball 1. There's no action in the Rainiers bullpen. Jorge Campillo has pitched 7 innings today. And he's thrown 83 pitches through 7 innings. The 1-0 is in for a strike to Chu, 1-1. So it appears as if Campillo will get the chance to at least begin the 8th inning on the mound. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes to Chu. Now the pitch from Scott Dunn is swung on and fouled away on the third base side. Still 1-2. Tomorrow night's game is at 6:05 p.m. and the Rainiers have Rich Dorman going up against Salt Lake right-hander Dustin Mosley. Final game of the series and the homestand. 1-2 to Chu. Inside for a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two and 2 the count. Dunn's pitch. Swung on and fouled out of play. Still 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Chu battling Scott Dunn here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Next pitch on the way, and it is high and outside. Ball 3. So Chu has worked the count full. Strong just did, and then Strong flew out to right field on the full count pitch. Dunn's pitch swung on and hit in the air to right field. Back is Gorno, and he's going to make the catch at the edge of the warning track. This a line drive off the bat of Chu that Gorno was able to get in position to glove. So 2 men are out in the bottom of the 7th. And now Abraham Nunez will be the batter. Nunez is 0 for 3. Has popped up, struck out, and grounded out. Pitch to Nunez. Fastball on the outside corner and hit the knees for a strike. Nunez. It's been very quiet in this one. Rainiers have had only 2 hits all day. Yet they hold a 1-0 lead. Here's a curve over for a strike to Nunez, 0-2. More action in the Salt Lake bullpen. Joel Peralta has begun warming up. He's their closer. No balls, 2 strikes to Nunez, and he swings and fouls a pitch back. And it is still no balls, 2 strikes. Next pitch on the way from Dunn. Outside, 1-2. Nunez watching it into the glove of Ryan Buddy. One-two delivery is fouled away. So Nunez battling here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Abraham Nunez, late acquisition by the Mariners at the very end of spring training. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Dunn, and it swung out and popped up foul and out of play again. The other Abraham Nunez did homer today. The one who's the infielder for the St. Louis Cardinals, the utility infielder, hit his 3rd home run for St. Louis this afternoon. The Cardinals beat up on San Diego 15-5. 1-2 pitch. High to Nunez. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two-two delivery on the way. And it is low, ball 3, and the count goes full. So now all three batters have had a full count on them in this inning. Each of the first two flied out to right field after a full count. We'll see what Nunez does. Dunn comes set. The 3-2 pitch. Swung on and hit sharply to the right side of the infield. Flagged down on one hop by Casilla, and he throws out Nunez for the final out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the 7th, although Dunn had to throw a lot of pitches. We go to the 8th. Tacoma still clinging to this lead over Salt Lake, 1-0.
Hey, it's the Graz here, someone who's lived in the Puget Sound area for, going on 15 years right now. You find special places, you like special places, and if you're in a position like I am, sometimes you get to tell your friends all about them. For me, one of those special places is the Lake Washington Roaster, right on the top of Lake Washington, where it's been, for at least as long as I've been here. Greg and his crew they've got an understanding of exactly what they should be at a place on the water, up at the top of Lake Washington. It is a terrific bar with one of the best happy hours of the year. That's year-round, and a great restaurant as well. When it gets warm, the patio is the place to sit and watch those long, hazy days of summer and see the planes landing and taking off. Ideal place to grab a drink and dinner when the sun is shining or when it's going down as well. It's just one of those places you like telling people about because it's special. There's no great time because every time is the right time to visit the Lake Washington Roaster any time of the year.
This is Tyrone Willingham of the University of Washington Husky football team.
And I'm Lorenzo Romar, men's basketball coach.
I've been involved with football in one form or another all my life.
And that's a good thing, because I've seen your hoops game.
And this group of players we've got coming in, they're ready.
And your bowling skills, they're nasty too.
One of our linebackers is going to demonstrate an all-out blitz for which Coach Romar has kindly volunteered to be the quarterback.
And let's not even bring up volleyball.
The spirit is back. Go to GoHuskies.com or call 543-2200 for season tickets. Husky football, return of the Dogs.
Well, we played 8 innings here at Cheney Stadium, and a fielding error has been the cause of the only run to be scored in this game. The Rainiers leading Salt Lake by a score of 1-0. Rainiers starter Jorge Campillo is pitching a gem. He's working on a 6-hitter right now. He's thrown 83 pitches through 7 innings. Here in the 8th, Casey Smith leads off, and Campillo's pitch to Smith is taken outside, ball 1. Smith is 0 for 2. He is grounded out and lined out. The Rainiers closer, George Sherrill, has begun warming up in the bullpen here in the 8th inning. Campillo now with a 1-0 pitch on the way to Smith, and it is high for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Campillo has struck out 5 in his 7 innings of work today. He has not walked a batter, but he is behind right now 2-0. The pitch is on the outside corner for a strike, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike to Casey Smith with Casilla on deck. The 2-1 is swung on, hit sharply through the right side of the infield and into right field. A base hit to open up the 8th inning. 6th hit of the game for Salt Lake. So Smith is on, and now Alexi Casilla will hit. And that was hit number 6. I think I said Campillo was working on a 6-hitter. He was working on a 5-hitter, but now it's a 6-hitter. Alexi Casilla comes to the plate, and I will bet you $100 that he's bunting. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Up on the grass at third is Hunter Brown, and Casilla squares around and bunts it back to the pitcher, and Campillo never looked towards second. He just throws to first to get the out there. It was bunted pretty sharply back to Campillo, but Campillo just decided to get the batter out. So Smith advances to second. 1-3 on the sac bunt. I'm not sure that Campillo had any chance to get the runner at second base, but he did get the ball quickly. So here's Chris Prieto, the only player in the game for either team with 2 hits in this game. And Dan Roan walks out to the mound. Sherrill is warming up in the pen. They do not have to go to him now. This is the first trip to the mound. The whole infield joins Dan Roan as he talks to Campillo, and Roan's going to kind of make his decision out here on the mound, it looks like. And they are going to go to the bullpen and bring in George Sherrill with 1 out in the 8th. Well, starting with Prieto here, 3 of the next 4 batters are lefties, so it makes sense strategically. And Campillo walks off the field getting a warm applause from the Rainiers faithful as he has thrown 7 1/3 scoreless innings today. We have a pitching change brought to you by Geico. for fast and friendly auto insurance coverage, call your local Geico insurance agent. They'll cover your car before you hang up. Find your local Geico insurance office in the yellow pages. We'll take a break. 1 out, top of the 8th. Rainiers leading 1-0.
Your dog eats your new sofa. Pet satisfaction rating 3%. Your hairdresser doesn't know burnt auburn from burnt toast. Hair color satisfaction rating 5%. After years of marriage, your husband still leaves the seat up. Spouse satisfaction rating -2%. Your car insurance company saves you hundreds of dollars and handles your claim quickly and fairly. Car insurance satisfaction rating 97%. Oh, you must have Geico.
Geico's customer satisfaction stands at 97%. How would you rate your car insurance company? Geico. 1-800-947-AUTO.
No prescription coverage? The new Together RX Access Card at Walgreens can save you 25 to 40% and sometimes more on over 275 brand name prescriptions, including Lipitor, Allegra, and Nexium, just to name a few. There's even savings on diabetic supplies and many generic prescriptions. If you have no prescription coverage, you may qualify for Together RX Access. Pick up an application for your Together RX Access Card at your neighborhood Walgreens today. Certain income limitations apply. Discounts vary by drug and pharmacy location.
1-0 is our score. The Rainiers leading Salt Lake. Salt Lake, however, with the tying runner in scoring position at second base with 1 out in the top of the 8th inning. And the Rainiers have gone to the bullpen for the first time today and brought in George Sherrill to face Chris Prieto. Jorge Campillo went 7 1/3 innings, allowed 6 hits, no runs, but he is responsible for the man at second base. Campillo did not walk a batter, and he struck out 5. He also today became the first Tacoma pitcher to pitch into the 8th inning. His 7 1/3 innings is the longest outing by any Tacoma pitcher this year. George Sherrill to face Chris Prieto. Prieto 2 for 3. And Prieto stepping into the batter's box right now. Sherrill with a left-on-left advantage. It is the 13th appearance this year for Sherrill. He's 1-2 with a 2.77 ERA. Here's his pitch to Prieto, and it catches the inside corner, strike 1. Sherrill nailed down the save yesterday, his 4th of the year, working the 9th inning. He did allow a run, and he faced Prieto in the 9th yesterday and walked him. 0-1 the count to Prieto. And Sherrill with his next pitch, and this is just a hair down low for a ball. 1-1 the count. I guess that thing was down low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Outfield shades Prieto a little bit towards left and is playing pretty shallow. The 1-1 pitch swung out and popped up foul, third base side. This is likely to get out of play, and it does. Hunter Brown moved to the railing, but this was well back in the stands. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Prieto. With his lead at second base is Smith. Sherrill would love to put away Prieto. On deck is Pavkovich. Here's the 1-2, and it is outside, and Prieto watches it. Still a ball and 2 strikes. We're playing in a light rain here in Tacoma. Top of the 8th inning. Rainiers trying to protect a 1-run lead. Sherrill is ready. The lefty from Memphis with a 2-2, and it swung on and fouled back over the press box. And it is still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Some umbrellas have sprouted up down in the box seats. Sherrill ready again. Now the 2-2 pitch to Prieto is just outside, ball 3. Prieto started to go after it and held up. Full count, 3-2. Prieto hitting .282 on the season. Down the runner, Smith leads from second. 3-2 pitch, check, swing, foul, tip. Prieto just got a piece of that to stay alive. And it is still a full count, 3-2. So 3 balls, 2 strikes to Prieto. And once again, Sherrill is set with a full count pitch on the way, and it is swung out in line towards second. Santiago fields it on a short hop, freezes the runner at second, and throws out Prieto at first. And there's the second out of the inning. Santiago gloved that on a short hop, and then did everything right, made sure that runner at second base wasn't going anywhere, and then threw out Prieto at first base. 2 men are gone in the 8th, and Adam Pavkovich will be the batter. Pavkovich is 0 for 3 in this game. He's flied out twice and grounded out in the infield. Right-handed batter. After him are consecutive left-handers, Kochman and Allen. The pitch to Pavkovich is in on the inside corner for a strike. One nothing, top of the 8th inning. Sherrill is set. The 0-1 pitch to Pavkovich is on the way. And it swung on and grounded up the middle. Ranging left is Morse. He scoops it up, throws off balance to first in time for the out. And the inning is over. Mike Morse ranging behind the bag to glove that, made the off-balance throw to first base and put it right on the money to record the out on Pavkovich and get the Rainiers out of the 8th. No runs for Salt Lake on a hit, and 1 man left. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The Rainiers still leading 1-0.
Your camp stove is working better than your cooktop. Your washing machine uses up all the hot water. Your oven burns one corner of your pizza. If there's an appliance in your home that needs upgrading, Albert Lee is here to help. If you haven't looked at appliances recently, you'll be amazed at the innovations in today's designs. And if you have looked, you may be overwhelmed at the choices. Ranges that reach full power in seconds. Refrigerators and dishwashers in a drawer. Microwaves with convection baking. Sure, Albert Lee carries the leaders in the industry. Viking, Amana, Sub-Zero, Thermador, and KitchenAid, to name a few. But to make that choice, you need to be well informed. Albert Lee comes with 66 years of experience to help you make that decision. And once you have, you'll find 12-month same-as-cash financing and free delivery in Holloway. See store for details. So the next time your dishwasher drowns out the television, maybe it's time to come see us at Albert Lee in Seattle or South Center.
Albert Lee Appliance Company. The 2005 Tacoma Rainiers aren't always playing baseball at Cheney Stadium. During their downtime, you can catch them playing the official gaming console of the 2005 Rainiers, Xbox. Xbox's new low price of $149.99 makes it easier than ever to enjoy online play. A new line of games for the whole family. Be sure to visit your local gaming or consumer electronics retailer to pick up your very own Xbox console. Xbox. Now more than ever, it's good to play together.
Well, the Rainiers leading 1-0 as we go now to the bottom of the 8th inning here at Cheney Stadium. And the Rainiers with one last chance to try to add to their lead before defending it in the 9th inning. New pitcher into the ball game for Salt Lake, Joel Peralta, enters to do the pitching, replacing Scott Dunn. Dunn won an inning and a third, allowed no hits or runs, walked 1, struck out none. Another pitching change brought to you by our local Geico insurance agents who feel that drivers with a passion have a future. Call for a free rate quote to see if you can save 15% or more. See the yellow pages for the local Geico insurance office near you. So Joel Peralta, normally the Salt Lake closer, enters this game with his team trailing by a run in the bottom of the 8th. Peralta 3-1 with 5 saves and a 3.38 ERA. Pitch to Ryan Christensen is hit foul on the third base side and out of play. Strike 1 to Christensen. Christensen has been on base twice in this game with a couple of walks. The Rainiers have had only 2 hits. They scored their only run on a couple of errors. And that run right now, the only run of the game, period. Here's a pitch outside to Christensen. 1 ball, 1 strike to Christensen leading off the 8th. Rifkin is on deck. And after him is Morse. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and it's a breaking ball for a strike. 1-2 the count. pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Peralta gets the strikeout. So Joel Peralta K's Christensen to open up the 8th. 1 away. And now Aaron Rifkin will be the hitter. Rifkin. Oh for 3 in this game, but he scored the only run of the 4th inning. He reached on a fielding error at third base. Was at second and was, with 2 outs, was apparently picked off of second base. Pitch to Rifkin. Swung on and popped up foul behind the plate, and this is going to get out of play and be strike 1. Rifkin appeared to be picked off second after the pitch when the catcher made a throw down to the shortstop behind him, so Rifkin took off to go to third base, and the shortstop, Casey Smith, tried to relay the throw to third, and he threw it right past Pavkovich, the third baseman, and Rifkin was able to score. And that's the only run of the game. Now he swings and drives one to right center field. We might have another run. Prieto back at the track, at the fence. He leaps and catches it at the base of the wall in right center field, robbing Rifkin of extra bases. Chris Prieto with a leaping catch up against the wall in right center field, and he crashed right into the Foster Farms billboard on that fence, and he reeled in that drive off the bat of Aaron Rifkin for the second out of the inning. Nice play by the veteran center fielder, who's always been known for his defense. 2 men gone in the bottom of the 8th, and now Mike Morse will bat. Morse has one of the Rainiers' 2 hits in this game. He doubled in the 6th inning. He's 1 for 2. Here's the pitch from Peralta, and it's way inside, and Morse steps out of the way. Ball 1. One and 0 the count. And the pitch. Breaking ball outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Two and 0 the count to Morse. Peralta with the pitch. And it's a check swing, and he went around for a strike. Morse was sitting dead red looking for a fastball there, and he got the breaking ball from Peralta, and he started to go after it, and he couldn't stop himself. 2-1. On deck is Snelling. And the pitch to Morse. Inside, ball 3. Looking ahead to the 9th, Salt Lake has the most dangerous part of their lineup due up. Kochman, Allen, and Mathis. The 3-1 pitch to Morse. Swing in a foul back up the screen, and the count goes full. 3-2. 4,585 the attendance today at Cheney Stadium. And many, actually I'd say almost all of them still in attendance now and watching this game through a light drizzle. 3-2 pitch to Morse is on the way, and it is down low, ball 4, and he draws a walk, and Morse is on with 2 outs. So he'll head down to first base. That is the 7th walk drawn by a Tacoma batter today. They've had only 2 hits, but they've had runners in every inning except for, well, the 1st and the 7th. Chris Snelling is 1 for 1. He has singled and walked twice. Left-hand batter. Morse leads from first base. And Peralta turns and throws to first, and Morse is in standing up. Now the pitch to Snelling, taken on the outside corner, strike 1. The 0-1. Swung on, hit in the air to left field, skied towards the corner. Going back is Allen, still going back at the track. He reaches out and makes the catch after overrunning it. He reaches behind himself to glove it for the final out of the inning. Snelling flies out to the warning track near the left field corner. And that does it for the Rainiers in the 8th. No runs, hits, or errors, one left. We head to the 9th. The Rainiers clinging to a lead. It is 1-0.
To enhance the impact of STT Sports Lettering on embroidery customers all over the Northwest, I'm embroidering every word of this commercial on the back of my golf shirt. And then I'm going to do the same for all of my employees. The impact will be great, and STT Sports Lettering will be displayed proudly around the backside of the left armpit. What an excellent idea for your staff. You can choose any logo or design using custom embroidery or tackle twill, expertly stitched to any fine garment in the enormous STT catalog. Then bingo, you've got the perfect gift for your employees who will proudly wear your logo like I'm wearing this commercial. STT Sports Lettering specializes in the impossible, which is what it's like trying to stitch all of these words on the back of my shirt. Call STT today at 206-903-1951, 206-903-1951, or log on to stt-sports.com. And if you should see someone wearing this shirt, tell them to pull it out of their pants so you can see the phone number.
Coach Tyrone Willingham here to remind you that Husky football season tickets are on sale right now.
And this is Coach Lorenzo Romar here to remind you that Coach Willingham isn't always the stoic, all-business football coach you see on the sidelines every Saturday. I mean, he actually has a very good sense of humor. Just the other day, I heard him say something funny. No, really, I did. I had a couple of witnesses, got it notarized.
You know what else is really funny?
What?
Trapdoors.
The spirit is back. Go to GoHuskies.com or call 543-2200 for season tickets. Husky football, return of the Dogs.
We go to the 9th, and the Rainiers leading Salt Lake 1-0. George Sherrill trying to close it out. Casey Kochman leading things up, and Sherrill's pitch is a fastball taken at the D, strike one. It'll be Kochman, Allen, and Mathis to bat for Salt Lake in the top of the 9th inning. The Rainiers nursing this one-run lead, which they have held since the 4th. 0-1 to Kochman is a breaking ball outside, 1-1. Kochman is 0 for 3 today. Yesterday, he had an RBI double off of Sherrill in the 9th inning. But Sherrill was still able to get the save. He was pitching with a 2-run lead. Here's a breaking ball that just misses. 2 balls, 1 strike. Sherrill falls behind Kochman. These two have battled each other last year and now this year. 2-1 pitch, swung on and sliced foul over the roof on the third base side. 2-2. Rain coming down here at Cheney Stadium. The Rainiers trying to hang on for their 3rd straight victory. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Kochman. And now the pitch from Sherrill. Swung on, wrapped on the ground up the middle. Santiago has it with a backhand, throws to first for the out. 1 man gone in the 9th. Sherrill gets Kochman to bounce out to second. And the leadoff hitter is retired. Luke Allen is next. Another left-hand hitter. Salt Lake has only one right-handed batter on the bench, and that's the young reserve catcher, Brett Martinez. So Sherrill will have the left-on-left advantage with Allen. Jeff Mathis, a power hitter, is on deck. The pitch to Allen is a breaking ball outside, ball 1. 1 out of the 9th. The Rainiers have been out-hit tonight, 6-2, but they lead this game 1-0. Sherrill with a 1-0. And it is down and into Allen. 2 balls, no strikes. Sherrill now with the 2-0 pitch on the way. Swung out and popped up foul, and that'll get out of play. 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike to Luke Allen. Sherrill comes set. The pitch is right down the middle for a strike, and Allen checked his swing, but it was in there. Called a strike by Kevin Sweeney, the man in blue. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Allen. Sherrill ready again. The pitch is a swing and a foul back to the screen, and it is still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sherrill got the final 2 outs in the 8th inning with the tying run at second base. Now he's retired the leadoff hitter here in the ninth. He has an even count on Luke Allen. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitching in this light rain here in Tacoma. The wind is still right now. 2-2 pitch is inside, and Allen steps out of the way. That's ball 3. After Allen, it's 4 straight right-handed hitters due up for Salt Lake. Mathis on deck. Nick Gorno is after him. 3-2 pitch to Luke Allen is swung on, hit in the air down the left field line. Slicing back is Brown, the third baseman. Foul ground near the tarp. He can't get it. It's out of play. And we will do it again. Still a full count to Luke Allen. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out of the ninth. The Rainiers trying to match their longest win streak of the year. 3-2 to Allen is a called strike 3 on the outside corner. Got him with a breaking ball, and Allen thought it was ball 4, and he walks to the dugout shaking his head. Sherrill gets the strikeout, and 2 men are gone in the ninth. Jeff Mathis now the hitter. Now Mathis has the power to tie it up with 1 swing. He has homered 5 times in 68 at-bats this year. It went out of here on Friday against Felix Hernandez. Sherrill with the pitch to Mathis, swinging a foul tip in the home plate area. That's strike 1. Mathis in today's game is 1 for 3. His batting average is .353. 24 hits in 68 at-bats, with over half of his hits going for extra bases. Sherrill ahead of him, no balls, 1 strike. The outfield plays deep and straight away. The infield is back all the way around. The 0-1 swung on, grounded to the left side. Brown dives, stops it, gets up, fires to first in time for the out, and the Rainiers get the win. Hunter Brown diving to his left. He was guarding the line. He flagged down that grounder and then kept his wits about him and got up and then made the strong throw to first to get Mathis for the final out of the game, and the Rainiers come out of this with a 1-0 victory over the Salt Lake Stingers. And George Sherrill completes what Jorge Campillo began, and the Rainiers have won 3 straight games to get their record back up to the 500 mark. 1-0 the final. We'll talk about how it happened. We'll have the highlight from today's action, and we'll have a look at the Major League Baseball scoreboard. That's coming up in the Tacoma Rainiers post-game show right after this.
This broadcast of Tacoma Rainiers baseball on Fox Sports Radio 850 has been brought to you by Xbox. Now more than ever, it's good to play together. Sprint PCS, the official wireless partner of the Tacoma Rainiers. And by Chevron with Techron, the first gasoline to be designated top tier by leading automakers.
This year's most impressive defensive line does not belong to a football, hockey, or soccer team. It belongs to Castrol, with a line of motor oils that protects your engine like no one else's. For starters, there's Castrol GTX, the motor oil that provides maximum protection against both viscosity and thermal breakdown. For severe driving conditions, there's Castrol Syntec Blend Part Synthetic. And for the ultimate protection and performance, there's Castrol Syntec Full Synthetic, engineered with patented stabilizers. No matter which Castrol product you choose, you can be sure you're getting the best possible engine protection for the price. And that's important, because when it comes to protecting your engine, the best defense is the best defense. Castrol Motor Oil is featured at these fine dealers: Eastside Subaru, Eastside Hyundai, Burien Toyota, and Honda of Fife.
Introducing the newest line in the Audi family, the Audi A3. The A3 has just arrived in America, and it's a must-see. Right now, all of your Puget Sound Audi dealers have one in stock to test drive. The A3 is the most affordable Audi available. It's fun to drive, quick, agile in the turns, with a sophisticated suspension born from Audi domination of the Le Mans Racing Series. Test drive America's newest European sports car, the affordable Audi A3, now at your Puget Sound Audi dealer.
Welcome to the Tacoma Rainiers postgame show on Fox Sports Radio 850. Brought to you by Xbox. Now more than ever, it's good to play together. Alaska Airlines. Piles of miles and no online booking fees at alaskaair.com. And by Sprint PCS, the official wireless partner of the Tacoma Rainiers.
the pitching has been outstanding for the Rainiers during this little win streak that has developed here at the end of this homestand. And today, they outdid themselves. In the first game of this series, on Friday night, Felix Hernandez went 7 innings, allowed only 2 hits, and the Rainiers got the victory. Yesterday, Andrew Lorraine went 7 innings, allowed only 2 hits, and the Rainiers won the ball game 3-2. Today, it was Jorge Campillo's turn, and Campillo became the first Rainiers starter this year to pitch into the 8th inning. He allowed a couple more hits. He allowed 6 hits, but Campillo did something the other 2 guys earlier in this series did not do. He pitched shutout baseball, and the Rainiers needed every inning of shutout work today because this game was a 1-0 Tacoma Rainiers victory. Campillo was in a little bit of trouble in the first inning because the first batter he faced, Chris Prieto, blooped a double down the left field line that just eluded Shin-Soo Choo. And then with 2 outs, Prieto stole third base, but Campillo got Luke Allen to ground out. Campillo allowed a leadoff single in the second inning, but then he was up on a run. And Campillo set down 10 consecutive batters going to the 5th inning. And after the first inning, no Salt Lake base runner reached scoring position again until the 7th inning of play. So Campillo was in complete command today. He did not walk a batter. He was throwing strikes. He was occasionally allowing a base hit, but it was no big deal. And Campillo was also pitching with a lead because in the bottom of the 4th, the Rainiers struck for a run in a very strange fashion against Salt Lake starter Corey Lee. Ryan Christensen opened up the bottom of the 4th inning by drawing a walk. And Aaron Rifkin was the next batter. And Rifkin hit what looked like it was going to be possibly a double play grounder to third, a chopper towards Adam Pavkovich. And Pavkovich couldn't decide to charge it or step back, and he got caught in between hops, and it ate him up, and the ball went on into left field, and Rifkin was aboard on the fielding error by Pavkovich. So the Rainiers had runners at first and second with nobody out. Mike Morse was next, and Dan Roan had him lay down the sacrifice bunt, which he did, and Christensen advanced to third, and Rifkin went to second. All right, the Rainiers had 2 men in scoring position with only 1 out. They had Chris Snelling at the plate, so Salt Lake had to bring the infield in, and then things started to get weird. The Salt Lake catcher, Ryan Buddy, after receiving a pitch, fired a throw down to third base and picked Ryan Christensen off of third base for the second out of the inning. And that meant that Salt Lake could back up the infield. There were 2 outs now, and it was a runner at second with 2 outs, and it looked like the Rainiers' potential rally might fizzle out, especially when the runner at second base, Rifkin, appeared to get picked off of second base. And the pitch is a swing and a miss, and now a throw to second base, and they've got Rifkin picked up. They throw to third, and the throw gets loose. It is going to go into foul territory, and Rifkin will wind up scoring. And that was the only run of the game. Buddy, the Salt Lake catcher, thought he had picked off the runner off of second base, but then a wild throw by the shortstop enabled Rifkin to score, and that would be the game's only run, if you can believe that, as the Rainiers would threaten and put runners in scoring position in the 5th and 6th innings, but they would not be able to score again. In fact, the Rainiers had only 2 hits today, a Snelling single in the 2nd inning and a Morse double in the 6th. Yet Campillo kept throwing scoreless innings, and the Rainiers' 1-0 lead stood up in the 6th, and despite a 2-out triple in the 7th inning, it stood through 7. In the 8th inning, Campillo allowed a leadoff single, and then a bunt put a runner at second base with 1 out. Chris Prieto in the top of the order coming up for Salt Lake, so Dan Roan went to the bullpen and brought in George Sherrill, and Sherrill got Prieto and Pavkovich to ground out to end the 8th inning, and the Raiders still led 1-0. We went to the 9th, and Sherrill got Casey Kochman to ground out to second base for out number 1. He struck out Luke Allen for out number 2, and then Sherrill got a little flashy glove work for out number 3 with Jeff Mathis at the plate. The 0-1 swung on, grounded to the left side. Brown dives, stops it, gets up, fires to first in time for the out, and the Rainiers get the win. And that was that. Tacoma beat Salt Lake today 1-0 as Jorge Campillo and George Sherrill combined on a 6-hit shutout. For Tacoma, 1 run on 2 hits, no errors. They leave 9. Salt Lake does not score. They had 6 hits and 2 errors. They left 5 stranded. Jorge Campillo is the winning pitcher. He is 2-1. George Sherrill gets the save, his 5th. The loss goes to Corey Lee. He falls to 1-1. Time of the ball game was 2 hours and 20 minutes, and the attendance was 4,585. The Rainiers are back to 500. They've won 3 straight games to improve their record to 15 wins and 15 losses. Salt Lake falls to 16-13, and the Rainiers are now only a game and a half out of first place because Salt Lake right now is reeling. The Stingers have lost 5 straight games, and the entire divisional race has tightened up. While the Rainiers could go for a sweep. They haven't swept anyone yet this year, but they have a chance to do it tomorrow. The final game of the 4-game series is at 6:05 tomorrow evening, and it'll be Rich Dorman on the mound for the Rainiers against Salt Lake's Dustin Mosley. 6:05 first pitch will be on the air with the pregame show at 5:50 tomorrow evening. So the Rainiers beat Salt Lake 1-0 is our final score. When we come back, we'll have a look at the Major League Baseball scoreboard, including both games of the Mariners doubleheader. That's right after these messages.
Super Nanny is now on ABC.
How can a family ever have peace, love, and a good night's sleep with kids like these? This looks like a job for Super Nanny.
That's very, very naughty.
Every week she'll rescue desperate parents.
Off you go, onto the naughty step.
And save America, one family at a time.
It's like having instructions for your kids.
She's the one and only Super Nanny. Premiering Monday, January 17th at 10/9 Central, only on ABC.
This Sunday, at the Golden Globes, Hollywood's hottest stars from film and television will come together for a night of glitz and glam.
Oh, shut up! The guy who looks like crap, mother!
Joan and Melissa Rivers return to the red carpet live, only on TV Guide Channel.
See the stars look their best, or their worst. Fingers crossed.
This Sunday, don't miss Joan and Melissa Rivers live at the Golden Globes at 6/5 Central, only on TV Guide Channel.
Now, the Fox Sports 850 Major League Scoreboard.
The Seattle Mariners in this day-night doubleheader in Boston today, and the M's lose the first game of the doubleheader to the Red Sox by a score of 6-3, as the Red Sox scored 3 in the first, 1 in the second, and 2 in the fourth. Joel Pinheiro did not have it going on early today, although he finished strong and wound up going 7 innings to help save the bullpen for Game 2. But the Mariners lose Game 1 6-3. Ichiro had 2 hits and a walk, scored 2 runs, but the M's couldn't do a lot with Red Sox spot starter Jeremy Gonzalez, who picked up his first win since the 2003 season, and the Mariners lost their 7th consecutive game. Game 2 is going on right now, and it is very much up in the air. The Mariners and Red Sox are tied up 2-2 at Fenway in the top of the 7th inning. Wiki Gonzalez, in his first game in the big league since being called up from Tacoma, hit a double to start a 2-run rally in the third, as both Randy Wynn and Adrian Beltre had RBIs. Ryan Franklin's throwing a good ball game, but David Ortiz homered for 1 run and doubled in another run, and now they're all tied up 2-2 top of the 7th inning. The Mariners hoping to break through and take a lead against the Red Sox. Completed action in the American League today. The Yankees shut out Oakland 6-zip. Kevin Brown delivers 7 shutout innings right when it was looking like he might be washed up. He gets his first win of the year. Rich Harden pitches well but takes the loss. He's 2-2. Alex Rodriguez, Tino Martinez, and Jorge Posada with home runs for the Yankees in the losing cause. The White Sox are the hottest team in baseball. Today they won their 8th in a row, defeating Toronto 5-4. Mark Burley pitching into the 8th inning, allowing only 2 earned runs to get his 4th consecutive win. He's 5-1 on the year. Juan Uribe and Jermaine Dye had home runs for the White Sox. Former Rainier Tommaso Marte with the save, his 2nd. Kansas City blows a 7-run lead, yet manages to score in the late innings and beats Baltimore 10-8 today at Camden Yards. Mike Sweeney with his 8th homer. Angel Baroa and Mike Stairs also went deep for the Royals. It was their rookie Ambero Burgos with the victory. Former Rainier Todd Williams with the loss for Baltimore out of the pen. He falls to 3-2. Texas defeated Cleveland 7-2, and Kenny Rogers went 7 innings without allowing a run. He's now pitched 21 consecutive scoreless innings for the Rangers. He got the win to go to 3-2. Francisco Cordero saved number 10. Mike Young and Richard Hidalgo each with home runs for the Rangers. The Rangers defeating Cleveland 7-2, the final score in Arlington. And Minnesota's a 9-6 winner at Tampa Bay as the Twins, Justin Morneau, ever since coming off the disabled list after Ron Valone hit him in the head, Morneau has been hitting up a storm, and he had 4 hits today and 3 runs batted in to lead the Twins to the 9-6 win. Joe Mays with the win over Doug Wechter, Matt Lecroy, and Joe Mauer with home runs for the Twins. Detroit with a 7-run third inning creams the Angels 10-1. Mike Marath goes 7+ innings for the win. He's 3-2. Brandon Ing with a home run is third. Jared Washburn takes the loss for the Angels. He falls to 2-1. And a bases-loaded triple by Pudge Rodriguez, a big hit for the Tigers in that game. All right, over to the National League now. The Cardinals scored 11 in the first inning, and the remaining 8 innings were a little anticlimactic. St. Louis beat San Diego today 15-5 in the 11-run first. David Eckstein had 2 hits in the inning, and the Padres' 6-game win streak was emphatically ended. Jason Marquis with the win. He's 5-1 for St. Louis. Tim Redding got hammered, takes the loss. He's 0-5. Cardinals had home runs from Larry Walker, Abraham Nunez, and Reggie Sanders. Sanders with 7 this year. Pods had home runs from Jesse Garcia, Ryan Klesko, Brian Giles, and Robert Fick in the losing cause. The Cubs bullpen has been horrific lately, so today Carlos Zambrano was pitching well, and Dusty Baker said he could pitch the rest of this game. Zambrano threw 136 pitches in a 5-hit complete game 2-1 win over Philadelphia. Zambrano goes to 3-1. Neifi Perez and Aramis Ramirez with solo homers for the Cubs. Colorado defeats Florida 8-3 behind the pitching of Jeff Francis. The Rockies' Clint Barmas hit a 3-run inside the park home run, and Aaron Miles hit a grand slam, and the Rockies' 10-game losing streak is now a thing of the past. Atlanta shuts out Houston 16-0. Complete game 2 hit shutout by Mike Hampton. Hampton also homered. That's a good day. Braves rookie Ryan Langerhans homered twice and had 6 runs batted in as well, and the Braves win easy over Houston. And Milwaukee defeats the Mets 5-4 on a 2-out RBI single in the bottom of the 9th inning by rookie shortstop J.J. Hardy. 5-4. Brewers beat the Mets. Derek Turnbow with his 4th win. Mike Cameron hit a homer for the Mets, his 2nd of the year. 2 games in progress, San Francisco and Washington. The Giants just tied it up in the bottom of the 8th inning, and they are still batting with the bases loaded and 2 outs. San Francisco and Washington knotted up 3-3. Pittsburgh has rallied in the 8th inning, putting 5 runs on the scoreboard. 4 of them, a grand slam by Matt Lawton, the big hit there, and Pittsburgh leads Arizona 9-2. And your Sunday night baseball game is the Dodgers and the Reds from Synergy Field. Jeff Weaver against Eric Milton. That's the big league scoreboard here at Tacoma. The Rainiers shut out Salt Lake 1-0. We'll be back with more right after this.
This is your home for Tacoma Rainiers baseball. And Jim Rome, weekdays 9 to noon. Fox Sports Radio 850. KHHO Tacoma.
This year's most impressive defensive line does not belong to a football, hockey, or soccer team. It belongs to Castrol, with a line of motor oils that protects your engine like no one else's. For starters, there's Castrol GTX, the motor oil that provides maximum protection against both viscosity and thermal breakdown. For severe driving conditions, there's Castrol Syntec Blend Part Synthetic. And for the ultimate protection and performance, there's Castrol Syntec Full Synthetic, engineered with patented stabilizers. No matter which Castrol product you choose, you can be sure you're getting the best possible engine protection for the price. And that's important, because when it comes to protecting your engine, the best defense is the best defense.
Castrol Motor Oil is featured at these fine dealers: Eastside Subaru, Eastside Hyundai, Burien Toyota, and Honda of Fife.
Well, a 1-0 win for the Rainiers today. How about that? Jorge Campillo, 7 1/3 shutout, and then George Sherrill gets the last 5 outs without allowing a base runner to pick up his 5th save. And the Rainiers score their only run on an error in the 4th inning as Tacoma wins the game, even though they only had 2 hits today. So when that happens, you're going pretty good. And for the first time this year in a homestand, the Rainiers are winning. They've won 3 straight home games, and they have raised their home record to 6-9. Yes, it was 3-9. It was 2-8, and the Rainiers now seem to have solved their home woes. They're getting outstanding starting pitching, and they hope that that continues tomorrow. And with Rich Dorman on the mound, there's a chance of it, too, because Dorman has won his last 2 starts and has looked vastly improved from his first 3 starts, which weren't very successful. His last 2 have been quite good, and in fact, his last time out, he pitched 5 shutout innings. So we'll see what Rich Dorman has in store for us tomorrow night. 6:05 first pitch. Dustin Mosley for Salt Lake City, and the pregame show will begin 15 minutes prior to the first pitch at 5:50. We'll take a quick look at some updated scores from around the Pacific Coast League. The other Northern Division teams are in action down at PGE Park in Portland, Colorado Springs and the Portland Beavers. And last we saw, that game was tied up 2-2 in the 7th. And Colorado Springs, if they win, could pull within a half a game of first place Salt Lake. We will see. And, now they are in the 8th inning, and it's still tied 2-2 there in Portland. Tucson leads Fresno 7-5. They're in the 9th inning in Arizona. New Orleans is a winner today, 5-3 at Albuquerque. Sacramento defeats Las Vegas 10-7. Eric Gagne with an inning in which he struck out the side on rehab with the Las Vegas 51s right now. Oklahoma hammered Round Rock today 11-3, the final score in Oklahoma City. It was Nashville taking down Omaha 5-4. Prince Fielder going deep for his 3rd time this year. And Memphis a 10-2 winner at Iowa. And that game was played in Des Moines. So the Rainiers with a chance for a series sweep tomorrow, and they hope to get it. The Rainiers have not swept an opponent yet this year, and they hope to get their first of the year tomorrow. I want to invite you to join us tomorrow, 6:05 first pitch, 5:50 pregame show right here on Fox Sports 850. That'll do it for this one. Great pitching and a Rainiers win. I want to thank Tony Garassi for great producing back at the studio. This is Mike Curto saying so long from Cheney Stadium, where the Rainiers beat Salt Lake 1-0.
This has been a special presentation of Fox Sports Radio 850. Now back to the Fox Sports Radio Network.